Big show today. We're going to kick things off with the Best Ball Bash, which means you guys, the YouTube members, are going to join me on stream for some drafts. We're going to do Eliminator drafts today. That contest is going to fill by the end of the day, and I have 2 more bullets left in my 150 set, so you guys are going to help me draft those. Might be able to sneak in a Badge Bros Brawl, and then at 2 p.m. Eastern, Ian Hartitz joining for a randomizer draft. It is a record-setting 7th appearance for Ian Hartitz on the randomizer. Incredible run. Excited to do it to him dirty here, as we always do on the randomizer. I'm Pete. This is the Best Ball Bash. Drop the hashtag, join the bash in the chat now.
Welcome to the Best Ball Bash. We are throwing a party. One of you guys in the chat will be hopping on stream to draft, and then we will split the $2 million prize.
We are in the 2020 Honda Civic.
I think we got to lock him up.
You're going to be able to get us Jalen Knoll to fall by staring them down in the eye right now.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, Pete.
Lock him up.
That's my kind of guy. I am going to need a howl from you.
Hopefully none of my neighbors mind.
Oh, this is going to be my life. This is so much fun.
All right, how are we doing? Looks like I need to make a new scene here. I was messing around with my various StreamYard settings, but while I get this sorted, let's get the hashtags flowing in the chat here. You know what I need. It's join the bash, and we will get one of you guys up here to draft an Eliminator team with me. We have a bunch of contests that are getting close to filling. The big Elim, the regular Elim. Weekly winners is not too far behind here. All right. Am I going to be able to do this overlay stuff on the fly? Come on. Come on. All right. That's going to have to do for now. There we go. All right. Bear with me here, guys. What are we up to? 19 entries here for the bash. Hope you guys are all having a good afternoon. All right. I think we should be able to work with this. We are tech lording on the fly here. All right. Is that going to be good? Bash. Let's see. All right. We're going to try that. We're going to work on this here. How are we doing? How are we doing? We got some new members here. We got Len Keith. We got Jake. Uh-oh. Jake. If Jake gets on, I know what he's going to make me do. He's going to make me draft. He's going to make me draft running backs. Always in my chat making sure that I'm getting enough running backs, which I always appreciate here. 20 entries right now. We'll let a few more trickle in as I wrap up my tech lording here. Hashtag join the bash. Wow. Rambus in the house. Rain day means Ramby attempting to bash. You love to hear that. What's up, Rambus? What's up, Krutches? Boshing. Look at all of this. Join the bash, join the bash, join the bash. Disbanded. I would love to meet Disbanded. Do you guys think he just talks in little periods in binary code? Every time I log into my YouTube studio to see comments, there's always just a dot from Disbanded. Honestly, a pretty strong personal brand. Pretty strong personal brand there. All right. This overlay is driving me crazy right now, but I'm just going to have to let it go. I'm going to have to let it go. All right. Let's spin here because I want to get this rolling. I want to sneak in 3 drafts today, 2 eliminators and a Badge Bros Brawl before Ian joins us. Good luck to everybody on the wheel. Who is it going to be? Who's getting slow rolled? Oh my God, it is Rambus. Wow. Wow. This guy Rambus, you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Rainy day Rambus. All right, Rambus. Let's see. Where am I going to DM you this? Twitter? All right, let's do it. Email? Okay. All right, I'll email. Let's find you here. If I can remember what your email is. Oh, yeah, because you have your real name and it always... Your email, your name, and your username are all different. But I just sent it to you. I won't dox you, Rambus. The email is sent. And Rambus is an Eliminator guy. I am a little scared where he's going to make me take Genty here, but it is what it is. Shipperlytics runs so good. Unbelievable. Yeah, we better see this Chromebook in action. I swear to God. I mean, I was confused because he did the stream with cups and squares on Friday. And I'm pretty sure he was at the tech team's house. I guess I'll ask him here in a second. I'm like, why are you at the tech team's house? I thought we were past that. I thought the whole point of me giving you a Chromebook was you didn't have to go to your next door neighbor's house to stream fantasy drafts. Yeah, let's check these fill rates here. So Eliminator right now is at 95.1%. And we know things are going to accelerate when we get to the very end here. So if you are holding out, we don't even have any more slow. No, we do still have some slow drafts left. So you can get in the slow drafts if you want. Weekly winners is at 80%. So you got a little bit of time there. Big Eliminator is at 90%. So I would expect to see the Eliminators both go here pretty soon. Badge Bros Brawl is at 83%. It is wild too, because we still have a lot of drafting to do. I mean, this year, the entire schedule is essentially moved back a week from what we're used to. Normally, everything kicks off the week after Labor Day. Now we have an additional week there. We're probably going to have an influx of new contests late in August, I would think. All right, Rambus, let's speed it up, brother. Let's speed it up. Here he is. I'm going to go ahead and get in this draft. Kurt Rambus, welcome to the stream, brother.
What's up, Pete? How you been, bud? Long time no talk.
Yeah, long time, buddy. I mean, you're just on streams left and right. Did I see you were chopping it up with Goofy and Sentex last night?
You could call it chopping. I don't know. Sentex came in with a bulletproof vest on. So, yeah, I mean, if we chopped, we did 3 drafts somehow. Yeah, got a little tense at points, but, yeah, we were there. It was fun-ish.
How do you think Sentex would have done if he was a contestant on So You Think You Can Tout?
Probably would have got canceled pretty quickly based on some things he said. He's he says some stuff. You never know, but yeah, he probably would have gotten somewhere. You might have had to bleep him out a few times, but it was all right.
What were your guys' biggest disagreements last night?
Well, just the fact that he says every pick anyone else makes that isn't his pick is ass, and then can't back it up with any data whatsoever. He's like, and then I'm like, all right, so why do you like this guy? He's like, I don't have to tell you that. That's secret intel. Just watch how they move up the board. And I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't really help anyone. What do you do?
All right. Well, Rambus, we're going to be on the clock at 102. You're not going to make me take Genty over Bijan, dude.
No, we can take Bijan.
All right, look at this.
I hate the 2 spot, honestly, just because I don't like the running backs that come back at the 2-3 turn unless I'm pulling somebody up. So I end up with 2 wide receivers at rounds 2 and 3 almost every time. And then I'm a little behind at running back because when the 4 or 5 turn comes around, Scadaboo, Montgomery, them are all gone too. So you're just you're spraying and praying at running back every time you're in like the 2 hole unless you reach.
How many eliminators are you going to get to here as this bad boy almost fills up?
I'm at 120, but if I count 50% equity stream drafts, I've got 11 with Jiri. I got a couple with Chad Candles. I got with a bunch of people. I got some stream. So if I add my stream drafts with my actual account drafts, I maxed it mentally. So
wait, you have 11 co-drafts with Jiri? I didn't know you were syncing up with Jiri so much.
Yeah, I crash his streams pretty often. It's like once a week. I'll just hop on, type in the chat, and then he's like, "Yeah, just come on." Me and Jiri have a good time. We draft really good teams together.
That reminds me, I did book Jiri. Jiri's going to come on and do Best Ball Breakfast with me next Wednesday. So excited to draft with Jiri then. So Rambus, you are everywhere appearing on streams. When are you going to get back to streaming on your channel a little bit?
We're getting there. I'm concerned. I don't have the StreamYard membership or whatever, so I don't know if I need that to share the screen share and stuff worries me. The one time I did it on my channel was at the tech team's house, and he had the whole thing set up. So like he just told me where to click and stuff, but I'm just a little worried on the Chromebook. But I'm gonna give it a shot soon, just because I need to promote my own channel a little, you know.
You do, man. You need to get in a rhythm. You need to establish a night or two a week where Ramby's going to be streaming. You can do everything with a non-paid StreamYard plan, if I recall correctly. You just have the little watermark up there, but you don't need to have the paid plan to get started.
Okay, all right, that's good intel. Yeah, I want to shout out Jerry one more time though. He's got his 500 sub stream coming up on Sunday.
Nice.
I'm not going to be on there because I'm going to be out of town with the family, but I think it starts at noon Central Time, and I think he's going for 9 hours. So just want to shout out.
Yeah, check that out. The Jerry 500 sub stream. Do you want to address the chat? They think you're a fraud because you caved on Genty at 102. That I just bullied you off of your guy. Do you want to address the chat on this?
41% Ashton Genty in the Eliminator. I'm not a fraud. Let's get over it. You gotta mix it up a little bit, bud.
All right, there we go. Although you were pretty devastated in that big dog draft you did with Squares, that Cups took you off of him.
You know, Squares, he's like the Grim Reaper to any best ball team. Like something is going to go wrong if he's anywhere near the area. Like, oh, magically there's tech issues and we can't get Genty 101 with Squares in the room. Weird. Have you ever seen Vegas Vacation where Chevy Chase is playing blackjack? It's like Squares walked behind you on a draft lobby.
He's the cooler?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
All right. All right, let's see what we're going to cook with here, Rambus. We started with Bijan. Like you said, running backs get pretty wiped out here. Do you pull up Breece Hall to this spot?
No, I don't like Breece Hall like this year. That's why I'm saying I don't like any of these running backs. Like Javonte Breece, I'm not in on it. And then A.J. Brown and London have the same buy as Bijan too, and I don't like that either. So what I've been doing is I've been doing like Pickens neighbors, that kind of thing a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I feel like you want to grab Pickens here first?
Yeah.
Right,
but in general, we're of the opinion that Neighbors is playing week 1 at this point, right?
Yes, I'm of that opinion.
Then he's still a value at this price because he was going early second.
Yeah,
before.
I agree. And like my early portfolio with Eliminator, I do not have many Neighbors shares at all. So I'm happy to get some Malik Neighbors. We'll see what Jake does here. He grabs Jeremiah Love. So should we grab Neighbors, start Bijan, Pickens, Neighbors? I like that.
Yeah, grab it.
All right.
Yeah, no, and I was really light on him too after seeing the charity game. Like I didn't touch him for Eliminator because we're thinking, oh crap, he could be on pup. You know, that's a problem. But now it looks like he's playing week 1, but I was at 2%. I'm all the way up to 14 now. I've been clicking him heavily. I don't want to be behind there.
Yeah. So what else is good? You said you have a rain day, which means no bugs can be killed?
Yeah, we just do the outside of the houses. But no, the streamer league, it got announced today, Pete. I don't know if you knew. The commission.
Is this the Squib League?
Yeah. The Squib League they're dropping it bit by bit on the day, but there's some exciting stuff. It's not going to be like any other fantasy football league because there's different rules, there's power-ups, there's all this different stuff, and there's going to be, I mean, we're actually going to have to put a little time into this, like, because there's a lot of people in here, a lot of people from the show, some people that weren't from the show, but there's a lot of collab stuff going to be going on. So
love it.
Shout that out a little. So yeah,
I'm excited to follow along here. And now you can get redemption. You know, you were gone too soon. Did you have any words for Alex Cups, your partner, your Shipalytics partner, taking the whole contest down? How did you feel when you saw that?
Man, I called him and I had the Alexa. I had it on speaker and I was just bumping, pump it up like we did in our video initially. I was hyping him. I had to talk to him a bit for that. But no, man, it's great. I'm very happy for him, and I'm happy for Squares getting the jobs too and stuff, and PPR Tyler. Everybody's getting jobs out here besides Ramby. It's okay though. We'll get there eventually, maybe.
Well, Rambus, I think all of your run good is getting on all of these streams here. I mean, you pop up with a rain day and just immediately bink the bash experience. I think Lady Luck is just forever on your side.
I get that rain day luck apparently, man. I'm 2 for 2 on rain days trying to get on here. It's fun.
That's good stuff, man. What else do you got on tap this summer? Anything else for August or just drafting teams?
I'm just gonna draft. I'll try some puppies. I've only got 3 BBMs. I'd like to get a few more. I'd like to get it up to at least 10, just so I have that prey and dream, of shipping 2 million. But no, just working a lot, honestly. Flag football starts tonight.
Ooh.
Is the equipment pickup. So yeah, I'll take Brax over there. We'll go pick up his helmet and his shoulder pads. Fifth grade, you get the helmet. And the
Okay, I
pads.
thought you meant like a men's league, like you're playing flag football. This is your kid. Okay.
No, I'm coaching it. I'm coaching my 5th grader and my 3rd graders teams, and they're in different teams. So this is gonna have to. We're gonna have to time slot things with the practices and whatnot, but I'll make it work. So
All right, we're gonna pick at the 4-5 turn. By ADP, we do have some running backs coming back here. Scatabo, Judkins, Bucky, your guy Loveland is here. T. Higgins falling. Who's catching your eye at 4-7 or 4-11?
Scatabo for sure. If he's there, he's gone, isn't he? No, he's there.
No, he's gone now. Yeah.
Shit. Who are the other running backs? Is Swift still there? I've been clicking Swift a little more lately.
Swift is gone. It beat Judkins week 11, the same as Bijan. Bucky week 10 is probably our best bet there.
Yeah, I think we just gotta eat our vegetables and take Bucky here.
Let's go Bucky and Bijan, the 2 late buys, and then it gets really dicey now at running back in this range. It's Pendo, Price.
Is where we go Loveland. If he's there.
Loveland at 50. He should be here. How are you handling the Burden stuff?
I was light on Burden anyways. Just because I click Loveland at a 30% clip. I am 30% Loveland now. But he goes about the same range as Burden. They're kind of in the same area. So I just congregate to Loveland. But Ben Johnson's saying that he thinks his team's going to win the Super Bowl and being the highest scoring team ever. That has me very intrigued. I mean, that's about the most bullish comment anyone can make. And it's like, crap, do I really have to start clicking Roma Dunze now? Ugh. God, I don't like him as a player.
That is probably one of the most fun quotes you could ever give the fantasy sphere, because we all dream of, the Dan Campbell Lions, right? When they're in the 4th quarter and they're up 2 touchdowns and they're still throwing the piss out of the ball.
Yeah.
Like if this team is just going to not take the foot off the gas for 4 quarters because Ben Johnson wants to score an ungodly amount of points, I mean, holy cow, that would be fun.
You remember the Kurt Warner-led Rams? When with Torrey Holt and Marshall Faulk? Like, oh, God. It was just touchdown every 3 plays. It was crazy. If it's that again, I mean, we're just going to have to get all the Bears pieces, apparently. And even Burden's supposed to – I mean, I think this groin is going to linger a little bit. So in Eliminator, I'm very worried about Eliminator just getting through week 1 with Burden. So if I'm going to take Burden, I better already have loaded up at wide receivers and be pretty loaded there. But he's the man though when he's healthy. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I don't mind grabbing the discount on him into the 5th now, even in Eliminators. The other piece of news people have been talking about, Aaron mentions it here. Chuba's now week to week with a hamstring. And Jonathan Brooks' ADP was already soaring. This is about to get out of hand, Ramby.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's been soaring. So that's just about to steam even further. But let's think about how often this guy's been healthy as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers actually made a trade for like a James Conner type. They have a little insurance going on.
Yeah, if Chuba is, if that lingers into the season, they could be a Najee spot too, potentially.
Yeah, possibly. Just someone steady, that can give them something that's done it before. I could see them making a move like that.
All right, we got Bijan, Pickens, Neighbors, Bucky Irving, Colston Loveland. We are about to pick at the 6-7 turn here. I think we got to be careful too. I want to say Tyson just popped up with an injury with a hammy, so we got to keep tabs on that. I don't know if we want to go quarterback here. If you're looking at running backs, I was just going to say Dowdle's kind of the end of a tier here.
Yeah, I'm Dowdle.
Let's grab Dowdle here. We get him as our 3rd running back. And then
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, Metcalf's a good pick. A week 9 buy there. Go double Steelers here at this turn.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Coming around. We're making it work. It's like your running back room is never like your favorite running back room on this side if you don't like Breece Hall and if you don't like Javonte. You got to kind of just take what the draft board gives you.
Yeah, and it's just only getting like the Trevion Henderson stuff continues to be bearish. So Ramondre's pushing up. Let me grab us Metcalf here. Obviously Jonathan Brooks is moving up. There's just it's going to be a bloodbath in this draft room here. We got Go Easy Cards wants to know, who is your new favorite streamer?
Am I lagging or is it you, man?
I think you're lagging a little bit for me, although the chat could let us know. Your video just froze for a sec, but you're back now.
My new favorite streamer?
Yeah, who's your new favorite
streamer?
Okay,
yeah, I was going to say it was coming in really crappy. My new favorite streamer?
Yeah.
I'd say Tony Squares. You know, I like just for the entertainment value, I like Squares a lot. I just
have you been watching his
really
team previews?
No, but you know, I was with him last Friday.
That was a very entertaining stream. I think the three of you should make that a recurring or semi-recurring show.
It was a really good time. I had a lot of fun on that, even though I hated the first team, and I still do. I made Cup send me the screenshot of it because I forgot it, and I was like, God, I shouldn't even looked again. I don't know why. I don't like it. I'm worried about the Lions' offense. You know, with the center going down and going to be gone for a month, Jared Goff's whole thing is, you know, he has to have a ton of pass protection because he's a statue. He's really good when he has time, but what if he doesn't have time? Then we got problems. You know, another thing I'm concerned about is Tunzel being out at left tackle for the Commanders. That's a concern for me for Jaden Daniels, who just runs constantly, and like he's already running for his life. You'd rather not have a defensive end in on him immediately. Like that could really hurt that offense. It's just some things I look at.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best thing in the world. I mean, we just had now similar thing with the Commanders and Tunsil and stuff. I think it caps maybe the Uber ceiling for some of those guys. I don't think it's necessarily the end of the world, especially like you think about the Lions. I don't think their defense is going to be quite as good. I think they're going to have to throw a lot of negative game scripts. That could ultimately be pretty good for fantasy if they just have some increased play volume. So I'm not quite spooked on them yet, but I hear you. Bijan, Bucky, Rico, Pickens, Neighbors, Metcalf, Loveland here trying to build a shipper with Ramby. Are you a slow draft guy? Do you do any slow drafts or all fast?
All fast. It's the only way I do it.
A man of principle. I like that.
I don't want to be waking up at like 2 a.m, like get a notification and I need to like make a pick. And I'd rather not get autoed. I like to take my time and, you know, put out the best team I can put out every time. And I'm in the zone while I'm drafting. I don't like having a little time off, you know, and each team's different. You also, it's like you'd almost have to look back at the whole team and just kind of strategize a certain way. And yeah, do we got? I think that's shady advice in here.
Yeah, what do you know about that man? Shady advice.
He knows ball. I know that much. Chess Liam ended up in an eliminator draft with Centex and me last night and Goofy. I don't know. I think it was by coincidence, but all of a sudden Centex freaked out because Chess Liam was in there. Centex really does not like Chess Liam. He thinks he is terrible.
Does Centex like anyone?
Himself. Centex likes himself. That's about it. We almost up here.
Yeah, let's just check the running back board here. Manungai, Gainwell, Jones. Gainwell, although no, we probably don't want to go double bucks. I mean,
I'd rather get Manungai.
Yeah, you want to get Manungai.
That's another part of that Bears offense. And I get it. He's the same buy as Bucky, but we can fill it in with some other guys. But what if Swift goes down? You know, Manungai was already getting some of these carries last year before he got hurt. He could be a home run in reality. Then we're going to need a receiver probably.
Michael Wilson still your guy?
Yeah, but I click other guys too. I wouldn't mind Sutton. I'd rather have Sutton here, I think.
Yeah, get another different buy here. Yeah, Sutton at pick 98 seems fine to me.
Yeah, because I don't want Pickens at 14 and then Wilson at 14 on the same team right now. But no, this is coming around real good, Pete. You like this team, don't you?
I do. Yeah, this is I like this structure. I don't mind. I mean, if we were in the spot where Breece Hall fell, I would be fine with him. I also think I like Jeremiah Love more than you. But other than that, I like these selections that we've made here. Cole says I was in your Eliminator earlier. I did the rare. I had 3 more Eliminators to go. And I'm like, it's going to fill today. And I'm looking at my schedule and I knew I had to go for a run. So I did a cardio club Eliminator draft, just raw dogging that one on my phone. I know Sacrilegious was in that draft too. And I was just trying not to fuck it up too much. Cole wants to know how many.
What percentage is it at?
What's that?
What percentage is it at?
It's at like 98%. It's going to fill.
Oh, crap. Today. I'm going to have to just draft the limbs all day then. Shit.
95, but yeah, it's you're going to need to. You're going to need.
But by the end, we'll have till midnight probably, unless they just fill it up in snows. I haven't had a brew yet. I didn't have any at the house, and I just woke up at like 10. It was a late night with Goofy and Centex last night.
Is this one of your rare? What is the perfect amount of beers to drink while streaming from the Rambus perspective?
It depends how long the stream is. If it's a 2-hour stream, like 6 feels right.
Dude, that takes me back to my pre-kid days. You know, we used to do the ship chasing streams at night, and I was always throwing back Modelo's. I think you're about right. A 6er for a 2+ hour stream. That's the sweet spot.
Yeah, but in Centex and Goofy, if I'm on with them, it's more like 10. It's like ibuprofen for alcoholics. You know, Goofy was yawning by the end. Goofy was over it by the end of that stream. Check it out though, if whoever wants to check it out. Like, it is entertaining. There's one thing it will be is entertaining, but is what it is.
Incredible. All right, so here's the squad so far through 9 rounds, and in a few rounds we'll do another spin here to see who's going to hop on after Rambus. But we got Bijan, George Pickens, Malik Neighbors, Bucky Irving, Colson Loveland, Rico Dowdle, DK Metcalf, Kyle Monungai, and Cortland Sutton here. You feeling good about this one?
I'm regretting not taking a quarterback in the Sutton spot. We just got left in the dark. We should have grabbed Mahomes probably there.
Yeah, let's check the board. Quarterback, we're looking at, I don't know, Stafford, Goff, Love, Mayfield, Shock. We probably should double tap it here.
Yeah, we're going to double tap here. We kind of have to. It's okay. We're pretty, we're looking real good at running back, wide receiver. Tight end, we got Loveland. We're sitting okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the Loveland, he wasn't a premium target for me in the 4th in the Eliminator, but you couple that with the burden stuff and getting him in the 5th there, I like that one for sure. All right, we do have some more quarterbacks coming off the board. Bo Nix and Jordan Love in round 10. My guy George Kittle at 115. Let's survey the board here, looking at our bye weeks. We want to be conscious of week 10. We have 4 week 10 buys right now with Chicago, Denver, and Tampa Bay. Who do you like in this range here? We are on deck.
I don't want to. If we can avoid a week 11, it'd be great, because the late week 11 quarterbacks, there's a ton of them, and those are the ones we're going to need for our 3rd. So,
well, I might have to convince you on Goff, even though you don't like that offense.
I'm okay with Goff. I'm okay with Goff.
Right. He's going to chuck.
Yeah, he's still going to throw the ball. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, so you're mentioning, week 11, Darnold. Who else are you referencing? I don't see it. Oh, we're not going to get that late, are we, bro?
We might, and I take 20th round quarterbacks. Shadur, like as a 3rd. I'm not saying as a 2nd. I'm talking as a 3rd. Like, we're going to take one here too. But as our 3rd, it's always week 11. So, like, the Darnold's a problem. The Tua's a problem.
I'm good with Shuck. Do you like Shuck here at
Shuck team, and he plays the Lions week 1 too. So we got both the week 1 Lions play the Saints week 1 in the Dome. So getting through week 1 shouldn't be a problem. One of these 2 quarterbacks is going to be nice.
Yeah. Here's a question from Cole. I'll toss this to you, Ramby. Do you care about stacking in the Eliminator?
Not as much as others, because it's just a 1v1 every week after week 1. Like, what's it? Sure, they're coming along for the ride, but if you got your Burrow and your Chase stack, well, they put up a 3 that week. Kind of a problem for Burrow and Chase. It's good to just mix it up a little bit in the Eliminator. Just always, the main thing is pay attention to your buys. And a lot of times people get into trouble with the week 11 wide receiver buys with London, with the A.J. Brown, and then all of a sudden you come back, and then middle wide receivers is a lot of week 11s, the Matthew Goldens, all that. Just pay attention to it. But you only got one day to pay attention now.
T-Guard, this is an Eliminator, brother. Although, yes, we'll be very excited about the Atlanta-New Orleans correlation if we make the 3-seat final, where we will have locked in $76,000. We will be looking at that stack.
We'd be pretty
then
happy.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. So Watson over Shedeur in this contest. I do agree with the premise that Watson will probably start week 1, but this could be like a 2-week leash for Watson. I
Right.
don't know
No,
about that.
Shadeur's going to be taken over by week 3, probably at the latest. And our first bye is week 6. Shedeur would be in by then. So, we'd take him there.
Are you doing it? Do you do a lot of Mendoza with your guy, Genty?
Yeah. I'm 22% Mendoza. Even in Eliminator, I still do it because he's my quarterback 3 every time.
Yeah.
I assume he's going to be in by then. But I guess the offense has been looking real good in camp. And is it really that surprising adding Linderbaum and Clint Kubiak and Genty now in his sophomore year, Bowers, in his sophomore year, and Naylor's there now. Who knows? That might be something. I was kind of surprised they haven't scooped anyone, and now I kind of just don't think they will. Like I could see Keenan Allen going to the Colts or something, but the Raiders didn't get Debo, they didn't get Diggs. Like, I guess that makes the guy they signed for whatever ridiculous price, Jalen Naylor, clickable. I don't know.
I wonder what the number is, the amount of money the Raiders would have to give Keenan Allen to coax him to go there. Would probably have to have an extra zero to whatever the Colts would offer him. But yeah, I don't think I don't think they're going to do anything. We're basically out of these free agent wide receivers at this point. I mean, it's like, unless Tyreek Hill comes back from the dead, it's just him and Keenan at this point.
And even if he plays, it's going to be late in the season. That was a catastrophic injury he suffered. It's not like he's coming back anytime soon.
Go easy, Cards. Are you going to start clicking Waller? What was your reaction to the Darren Waller news signing with the Panthers here?
Meh. Yeah, maybe now you can mix him in the 20th or the 18th round, whatever. I'm not that huge on it. I mean, isn't he old? He was a rapper at one point. He was decent last year though for the Dolphins, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like at this stage, I mean, how many? It's like playing fucking whack-a-mole with this guy. Every time you think you're done, he pops back up again. I don't know. He was able to be kind of like the featured part of that offense, and he filled like a very clear void. I don't know. Like Bryce has never, peppered his tight end with targets. It doesn't seem like quite as juicy of a situation as it was last year. All right, we're on the clock. We do have wide receivers here. Running backs like
Ward.
Spears, Bigsby. You want to get Ward? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now we don't have to deal with this stuff.
Now we're done at quarterback. We don't have to deal with the other crap. These are 3 decent quarterbacks. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, we got Goff, Shuck, Ward. The running back stuff is Spears, Bigsby, Lloyd. Wide receiver, Shaheed, Stribling, Naylor, Boston. Tight end, Chig, Strange. I'm cool with Spears. Get a little Cam Ward correlation there on the cheap.
Yeah.
All
so
right,
we got 2 week 10, 2 week 9 buys, and a week 11 buy at running back. That's not that bad. We're still going to have 3 every time, as long as, injuries. And we're going to probably take one more running back too before this is all said and done.
Yeah. So let's go back to this real quick. Cole's talking about these quarterbacks that are maybe more on the menu in Eliminator, like Cousins over Mendoza. So I think you got to ask yourself, Cole, like the guys that I think you have 10 plus weeks with, like if we're going to talk Brissett, like I'm on board with that because I think you can get 10 plus weeks from him in this contest, and that's very valuable. I mean, the hook for Cousins, like most markets have him at 4 to 5 games before Mendoza takes over. Cousins for 4 to 5 games does not do it for me in this contest. Like that feels like a bad pick. I think you need a runway of 10 plus games for them to be viable, unless you're just really hurting at quarterback. Like you fully punt it and you need to do it. But I think the same thing with Watson. Like what is the expectation for how many games you could get there? 5 games, even in this format, feels like a wasted pick to me.
Right. Like, are you just playing to just make the money? Like, oh, yay, I get a week 1 starter for when it's 6 to 12 and maybe a couple weeks after. So what? If you min cash, you min cash. I'm not playing the min cash. I'm playing to get pretty deep in this thing. So when you look at long-term shots for the season on guys you think are going to be in there for a longer extended time, we're talking Mendoza. We're talking Shedeur. Tua is a question mark because, he just gets hurt a lot. That's the thing. He's got a bad concussion history, and he's 1 knock away from being gone for a bunch of games. But he's more of a let's use him for 4 or 5 weeks if the team needs it kind of guy. How Penix is a little dinged up too, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I mean, he hasn't done full team drills yet. I mean, it seems like close to a lock that Tua is going to start week 1, but yeah, that feels like one that could ping pong throughout the year. It's like one guy has a bad
Right.
game, the other guy
That
comes
one's
in, he
more
has a bad
uncertain
game.
in all aspects.
Yeah. All right, let's I'm going to get ready for another giveaway here for who's going to join me. Let's do hashtag Ramby, RAMBY in the chat. Get your Rambies in if you guys want to join me for another Eliminator draft. After this, it will be my final Eliminator draft, my 150th Eliminator draft in my 149th year with Mr. Rambus. We have a 3-5-4-1, Goff, Shuck, Ward, Bijan, Bucky, Rico, Monungai, Spears, Pickens, Neighbors, Metcalf, Sutton, Loveland. Probably swinging back over to wide receiver or tight end here.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should probably grab a tight end before they're all gone. Well, actually, Barner's still there. I like that.
Barner,
I'm
week
Barner.
11.
I'm Barner over Hawkinson, aren't you?
I think I'd take Hawkinson over Barner, but I don't know if I feel strongly enough to argue against it. Hawkinson does go, so I'm good with
take
Barner here.
Yeah, have to go Barner here. Otherwise, we're left in the dust.
And then wide receivers, there's some nice names here. I mean, A.D. Mitchell continues to have an awesome camp. Week 13 bye. Wicks, I think, is going to be a good fast start player.
Yeah.
He goes. Pat Bryant has been getting buzz if you want to go double Broncos.
No, I'd rather get that week 13 bye. Then we have no correlating buys at wide receiver right now. It's nice.
I think A.D. Mitchell's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Mitchell here. So now we have a 3-5-5-2. So we're probably looking at two more wide receivers and one more tight end?
Something like that. I was thinking one running back, one wide receiver, or well, what are we at? We have got three left?
Yeah, we're 3 left, and we only have 5 wide receivers and 2. I mean, we could rock 2 tight ends with Loveland and Barner. But I just don't know if there's not really going to be a clickable running back. I don't mind Dylan Sampson, but it's pretty gross otherwise.
Yeah, you're probably right. So no, just address the needs that we need. You know, we're set at quarterback already. Running back, I'd like one more running back though. You know, a little dart throw, just because why not? Like a Kalen Black type guy or something like that.
Some of these wide receivers we add could actually contribute because look at this, man. Like if Neighbors is slow week 1 and 2, we're Pickens, Metcalf, Sutton, Mitchell. Like it's fine, but it's thin.
It's a little light. Yeah, that 4th being Mitchell kind of hurts. Yeah,
all right.
I feel you.
Let's spin here. This is for coming on after Ramby to do another Eliminator draft with me. Good luck to everybody. Sorry to whoever gets slow rolled here. Marilyn wins. Nathaniel's mom.
What do you know? You want to know who else is in the Squibbly?
Who?
Nathaniel Wright. He is going down this year, I'm telling you. I refuse to lose to Nathaniel. I will do whatever in my power I can to not lose to Nathaniel. That is not happening.
That would be a rough scene for you. Is he still your arch nemesis?
Yes, even in our Discord chat of the league, he is still my nemesis, and I do not plan on losing to him. I will nuke his players with power-ups and whatnot. There's one where you can like double one of your players' points for the week. Like this is gonna be fun. There's different stuff, and you can X out some other team's player. You get to use these power-up things. Yeah, it's let's go. I'm not losing to Nathaniel Wright. Let's just say that, and let's speak it into truth. I will not.
Don't you guys have what's your guys' eliminator bet that you have?
$100. Whoever finishes the furthest.
Okay.
I don't think he maxed it either. He maybe he did. You'll have to ask his mom. She would know.
I love that. It's like ask his mom if he can stay out late. Ask his mom if he backs the eliminator. Okay, let's see here. We got the 16-17 turn here. I'm going to just filter to wide receivers and tight ends. Let's see. Ridley, Tesla, Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp. Jacoby Lane is one of the buzzy guys right now.
Yeah, I'd be all about that. That or Cyrus Allen.
Yeah. Did Cyrus Allen go? No, Cyrus Allen is here. Jacoby Lane goes. Who would you like to get?
Let's take Cyrus Allen or Ridley. Ridley's probably the adult thing to do on this team, but
we can probably
get
do
Cyrus
both.
Allen. We can get both. Start with Ridley though. We need the adult.
Yeah, we need the adult in the room. Although, does it pain you? Isn't he one of Centex's dudes?
He is Centex's dude. He's 62%, but I mean, he's like he's the wide receiver 3 on Tennessee. It's like, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Nah.
All right, final pick. You want me to put Cyrus Allen in here?
Yeah, or Justice. No, not Keenan Allen. Or Justice Hill if he was there. I'd also consider. He'll actually hit the lineup.
All right.
Wait, we're in 17. We got one more. Take Cyrus Allen.
Shit. I just did Justice Hill because you said Justice Hill at the last second.
I know, and then I lagged. It's okay.
That's all right.
We'll be just fine.
I want to get you the guys you want, so I got you. A week 13 by Justice Hill there.
He has a lot of contingent value. Let's be real here. If the big dog goes down, it's Justice Hill season.
I mean, if Big Dog goes down, yes, Justice Hill will get a couple more carries, but they'd have to either 1, use Adam Randall, or 2, sign somebody.
Ugh, Adam Randall. Ugh.
I mean, but we've seen Justice Hill, right? Like, they're not going to give Justice Hill 15 carries if the big dog goes down. That's not going to happen. But you are going to get some standalone pass catching value. So I see.
Yeah, didn't he drop a 30 burger last year at one game or something like that? I thought he had one really good game last year. I could be wrong though.
For sure. But I think if he does it, it's in the passing game, right? Screen stuff, maybe get a goal line carry. But they're not going to give Justice Hill 15 carries. They never gave Keaton Mitchell. I think Keaton Mitchell has one game of double-digit carries in his life.
Speaking of Steam,
you buying the Keaton Mitchell?
I've already been clicking them all year, man. So it's like, but I like it. I love Parker Washington steaming, looking great. I've been on P-Wash all year. I took a little breather to get some BTJ too, but it don't mean that Ramby don't have no 17% P-Wash. Happy about it. Feeling real good.
What, you have a 17% P-Wash in the Eliminator or across everything?
Across all formats, but also an Eliminator.
Nice.
I'm pretty even on that. Actually, I'm probably way higher in the big board than the pre-draft stuff. I had a lot of P-Wash too.
Look at you.
I'm very happy with how my exposures have turned out and like how the camp has gone.
Yeah, no, you're going to get some insane CLV on the P-Wash, spelled P-E-E there, by the way. Can we talk about this 12-hole Rambus? They have Derrick Henry, Mason. This is how they finished their draft. Bigsby, Lloyd, Ray Davis, Malik Washington, James Conner, and Braylon Allen. What a build. 2853, Rambus. 2853.
Well, there's one team we're getting past.
It would not be my preferred strategy in this contest, but, do whatever brings you joy. All right, we're going to have one more pick here. We have a 3-6-6-2. If we are looking at the tight ends as well, we are down to Gesicki, Parkinson, Ingram, Njoku, Mayer territory.
No, it's the gross territory. Who do we got in the wide receiver board? We got anyone good? We got a nice 18th round click.
Well, we got your guy Cyrus Allen still in the queue. We'll see if we get sniped. Ted Hurst, I think, is a good pick.
I think Ted Hurst is a very good pick.
I also still think, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, Egbuka's fine, right? I saw something, Davis said something like he's dinged up or something. Is he all right?
I think he's going to be fine. Yeah, he had that scare. I still think Ted Hurst is a good pick, even fully healthy, Egbuka.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
I'm trying to look at the buys.
Godwin will hold up, too.
We have 0 week 5 buys, so Cyrus would definitely be the preference, I think, here. If you
are you buying this steam and all these reports out of camp, him catching back shoulder throws from Mahomes? Are you in on this?
So on it, my honest take is I would prefer Tyquan Thornton and Eliminator over Cyrus Allen, but I want you to get your guy.
Take Ted Hurst then.
All right, you want to split the difference with Ted Hurst?
Yeah, we'll meet in the middle.
All right, we'll meet in the middle. There's good people on both sides. No, I'm intrigued by the Cyrus Allen stuff. Cups was talking to me about him on stream yesterday. I think it's a little weird how much more expensive he is than some of these other guys. But I could see it. I could see it, especially if Rice is dinged up, right? We're talking about this limp now with Rice. If we get Cyrus Allen out on the field there a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Yeah. It's worth a stab.
All right.
It's the last
All
round.
right, Rambus. Let me recap this team. My 149th Eliminator draft here with Rambus. It says 99 here. The rest are cooking in slows. Jared Goff, Tyler Shuck, Cam Ward, Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Rico Dowdle, Kyle Monangai, Tajay Spears, Justice Hill, George Pickens, Malik Neighbors, DK Metcalf, Cortland Sutton, Adonai Mitchell, Calvin Ridley, Ted Hurst, Colston Loveland, and AJ Barner. How do you think we did here?
Shipper. That's a shipper. It's a good team. It's a very good team.
Well, look.
Yeah. Not a lot else to be said. It's good. It's very good.
All right, Rambus, let the people know where they can check you out. You got to get a regular streaming schedule. I got you that Chromebook. It's time to fire up regular streams, brother.
Yeah, we're on the Chromebook now. Yeah, but now, I'm going to get it going very soon. Just on my channel, the Kurt Rambus channel. You can catch me at a guest pretty much everywhere nowadays. So, just keep your head out. Catch me on the Squib League. The commit started up. He's put a lot of time and effort on this, just on the techie side. And he's got the site. They have their own website. Just follow the Squib League on X for updates. So, yeah, just check. I'll be on there. Bunch of guys on there. Just good seeing you again, Pete. Yeah, it's been a while.
I appreciate you, brother. Keep crushing. We'll catch you later. All right. Welcoming to the stage for my 150th and final Eliminator draft. It is, of course, Marilyn.
Hey.
Welcome to the Best Ball Bash, Marilyn.
Hi. I have been trying to get on. This has been fun to watch.
I'm excited to draft with you. And I know you like the Eliminator, or you really like the weekly winners format, right?
I like weekly winners. So it's going to be interesting because I don't do very many Eliminators. But I do watch Nathaniel stream a fair amount, so I've been learning, watched it this morning. Because he's decided since he can't he's been having some issues trying to do multi-table of the Eliminators. So he did a bunch of the slow drafts. And so he's actually streaming every time he picks his slow drafts.
Nice.
And so I think he's only got 8 left. He's hoping to enter in slow drafts today. So he will get his 150 in.
Did I hear him post on Twitter that he's been having internet issues?
Yeah, something's happening. When he tries to stream and then do a draft at the same time, the draft Underdog is kicking him out like midstream. And he's like, with one, that's not a big deal because you can just make a pick on your phone. But when he had 9 that he was doing at one time. So that doesn't work.
9 at one time. That's a lot of drafts.
That's
a lot of drafts.
He did 9 drafts. He's got 2 on his stream. One was 5 table at one, 5 at one time, and another one was 9. And then he's like, okay, it logged me out. So it is what it is.
So we're gonna draft from the 1-8 here. What is? I mean, because when did you start playing on Underdog? Was it just a couple months ago? Mm-hmm. Nice. And are you having fun with it?
I'm having a blast. I've got 15 slow weekly winners going right now. I finished 3. I've got 12 in progress.
Nice.
Those are fascinating to me. So
yeah. What, because have you just been absorbing as much knowledge as you can, watching the streamers and reading and studying?
I cheat a little. I go on, I have like ChatGPT and I pull down.
That's not cheating.
Well, I pull down transcripts from like ADP chasing and, different things, sometimes the Best Ball Bash, and have it sort out what's meaningful. And then I have a spreadsheet that has all of the data that different people in different takes. So I can be like,
cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, this is the players I'm thinking about. What are the different takes? Who thinks what are the upsides? What's the downsides? And getting player profiles that way.
I love it. All right. We are on the clock here. If you like running backs, Genty, James Cook, wide receiver, Amon-Ra, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson. Do you have anyone you like in this range?
No, for first round, I generally either top click. I might pull up Genty. For running back, because it is good for this particular format, I think, to have a running back if it's that close.
Yeah. So I love this. So you've used ChatGPT to kind of aggregate like a list of heuristics. So you have specific player takes, data in there, like general rules of thumb, and then you kind of have them organized. So when you go through the draft, you kind of reference those.
Yeah. And then like for weekly winners, I then go through and I do the atmosphere for each game, who's projected to have the best shootout games for the week, and kind of schedule around that a little bit.
That's fun. That's fun. What are some of the games that are there specific weeks that you're targeting with weekly winners that you really like?
No, what I've done is, since I have 15 going, my first few, I targeted the best ones that were available as it came through just with my strongest picks. And now on my last two, I've got like week 1 and I think 14 that I don't have anything covering yet. So I'm trying to steer those that way.
Nice. I love it.
So,
and weekly winners that contest is filling fast too. So we'll have only a few more chances to get into that one.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying it. So did I?
All right.
No, I didn't. I was already on with Nathaniel. Sorry. I'm reading a bit.
I mean, if you didn't use promo code Nathaniel, I mean, that would make for an awkward Thanksgiving conversation for sure. All right, let's see here. It looks like we'll have a couple running backs available to us here. Kenneth Walker, Achane, Hampton. There's also Brock Bowers. Walker goes. Do you like Achane, Hampton, Bowers, AJ Brown?
I probably would go with just the top click on that one. That's the running back.
Yeah, let's do Achane. We can do Achane here and Genty. I mean, some people get scared about the Dolphins offense being bad, but Achane is so good. Do you have any takes on Achane?
No, I don't. That's the other thing. I don't get absorbed in the player takes as much.
Yeah.
I very much believe that, the mass market is, at least in general, right. But then I check news before I make my pick. But see, that's what I've got you for on this one. You're my Chat GPT and news, because you know this and I don't. I have to use my cheat sheets.
Well, you know what, Marilyn, you are ready to become a best ball streamer, because a lot of times the accusations that the streamers get is, you don't have player takes. You're just drafting for structure. You're trying to build out your portfolio, chase CLV. So you're already there. Sometimes they get mad at me for not having more definitive player takes. So I think you're well on your way to being a best ball tout.
No, I'm like, why would you want to invest too heavily in one person? That's not mathematically correct.
No, but it's really fun for, I think, people. I think what it is in a lot of spots is you develop a personal brand around a specific player. So you get identified as that guy. I'm the Jeremy Bernard guy because I have 18% of him. That's as close as I'm going to get to brand identification via a player. Yeah, no, I'm not a brand person. I would rather not know and not have a strong take on anybody. So I don't have that. What do people say? I don't want to go with this person because they did me wrong last year. I don't have memory. The recency bias. Yeah, the recency bias. That's not a good thing to have. So what does Nathaniel think about you kind of diving headfirst into his world of fantasy football? He's used to me doing that. So what? Did you get involved in his acting stuff in this way? I guess it's not quite the same thing that you could participate in. I don't participate in a lot of things, but I do want to know. I do want to be knowledgeable. But I've been doing, like, last year I did a couple of the weekly picks. I didn't do well at them at all, but I like to gamble, and so he was like, here's a way you can do this, and not just do pick'ems, but actually have a lineup. Mm-hmm. So who we got coming up? Yeah, so all the running backs got wiped, which is kind of fine because we started with 2. So we're looking at Rashee Rice, Devontae Smith, Chris Olave, Emeka Egbuka. It's probably Rashee Rice or Devontae Smith. I would go with Rice. I'm not afraid of what's going on with him. All right, there we go. Yeah, he falls a few picks here. I think he's a solid add for this team. So did you say you're outsourcing your news or you're keeping track on NFL news yourself? I have ChatGPT run the news every time before I make a pick. I love it, just to make sure. Yeah. These are my 2 players I'm debating between. Is there anything new on them? Beautiful. But this is why I only do slow drafts. I don't do fast drafts. Yes. Yeah, because you have the time to do your research and make sure there's nothing new out there. Yeah, I've done like a handful of fast drafts, and they're okay. They're not bad, but I will not do that for weekly winners, but I will for best ball or the little Dalmatians. There you go. Go AZ Cards wants to know if you do better on Underdog than Nathaniel this year? Will you be kind, or will you hold that over his head and talk a lot of shit?
I'll talk shit no matter what. Even if I do half as well, I'll be like, hey, I'm new to this. You should be doing better than me. But it's all in fun. It's all in fun. But no, I think sometimes he really enjoys that I'm doing it. Sometimes it's not so much. This year, I drove with him. You know, he got the job in Pennsylvania after he got cut from So You Think You Can Tout unexpectedly. And so he drives across country. So he drove from California to Pennsylvania, and I drove with him to as far as Chicago, and then I flew home. But he really liked that, you know, we were watching different best ball streams and stuff.
Hang on real quick, Marilyn. We're on the clock. Do you like the running back DeAndre Swift or Ladd McConkey here with the pick?
Lad.
All right, let's go. Lad.
Unless we're starting to get into bye week trouble.
No bye week trouble yet. So saying on, you guys were on a road trip and you were watching best ball streams?
Yeah, so we could watch best ball streams together going down the road for 3 days, where it used to be I'd be like, I really don't want to hear that. So
yeah, but now you're on board with it.
Oh yeah, the best one was it Trev and Nick had a stream on that week that was them and hot sauce, and that I laughed hard driving, listening to that. That was great.
Yes, I think it was Angry Dragon hit me up for a prompt to trigger when they had to take a shot of hot sauce. I didn't see how the ending played out. Were they in tears?
It was not pretty. It was hilariously fun to watch them in agony.
What if they had invited you on to do that premise? Is that a yay or a nay for you with the hot sauce?
No. It's fun to watch other people be stupid. I am not that dumb.
Yeah. The things we do for content, just to get eyeballs on our stuff. It's tough out there.
Well, and the things you do when you're in your 20s and 30s that I'm sorry, I'm not doing at my age.
It's true.
I have been there, done that. I know better.
It's true. What did you think? Because we got to meet in Austin, the ship chasing meetup. What did you think of the ship chasing crew?
That was a lot of fun. I didn't stay too long. I was probably there for about 2 hours on Friday night, and then I stopped by for a little while during the drafts. It was great to meet a bunch of people in person and see how different people's personalities were a little different in person, and just their, how they portrayed themselves in person was different. I don't know how people thought I was in person versus online. I think I'm pretty.
I feel like you were yourself. I feel like you're very similar.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much me, no matter where I am. What you see is what you get. So hopefully what came across.
No, it is always fun. I mean, there's always an element of, personas when you're online versus who you are in person. But I feel like everybody from the ship chasing community, there's a what you see is what you get element. Running back does not look good here. There's some decent wide receiver picks: JMO, DJ Moore, Christian Watson. I do think Ramondre could be the running back you pull up here if you like one or are worried about getting shut out.
If you think that's the end of a tier, great. Because I'm looking to you to help me beat Nathaniel in this.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we were kind of talking about it with Rambus, where it's just like the running backs are flying off the shelves. All the top targets are getting pushed up. So I kind of like breaking ties in favor of that direction. So we'll grab Ramondre here. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That's a big thing for me with the weekly winners is getting the running backs is difficult.
Yeah.
Before the tier breaks.
Did you get to watch the show we did with Chad on Off and On the Clock where he had all the weekly winners data? Did you like that?
I did. I tweaked what I did a little bit, but I was already doing a fair amount of what he was suggesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's always nice to know you're on the right track, and then it's always fun to get a few new ideas to try to execute in drafts as well.
Yeah, I wasn't quite hitting running back as hard as he was suggesting, but I was already doing that a little, so I just upped my game a little bit on the running back at the start.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing because obviously that's 2025 data. It's like what happened last year. And it's kind of saying if similar stuff happened this year, this would be the best way to play it. But we also don't know if this year is going to look exactly like last year. But man, the way the market is handling things, if you play chicken with the running back position, you are going to be punished for it.
Yeah. Are we about up?
We are about up, and this is why I'm really glad we grabbed the running back because the wide receivers in the queue are still here. Jamison Williams and DJ Moore. Ideally, JMO comes all the way back. To me, this is an awesome click for us.
I like JMO.
Yeah.
I wind up
Man,
getting a lot.
I've clicked JMO where we took Henderson, and then he comes all the way back. So that worked out really well. We have Genty, Achan, Rashi Rice, Ladd, Ramondre, JMO in the 6th.
And how are we doing on bye weeks?
Bye weeks, we're doing good. We have no overlapping bye weeks within the positions. 13 for Genty, 6 for Achan, 11 for Ramondre, 5 for Rice, 7 for Ladd, 6 for JMO, and just the 2 week 6s there with Achan and JMO.
Yeah, not too bad. Okay, great.
Yeah, we're in good shape here. So have you, even before you're getting into Underdog, have you been a football fan, or is this kind of your first foray into the NFL?
Oh no, I've always liked football.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like a big let's sit down and watch, because nobody else in my family really liked football except Nathaniel. And so me and Nathaniel, if it was just the two of us, we'd hang out and watch football. But like my husband is not a football fan at all. So I have to drag him. Like we went to a couple of 49ers games, but it's like, you have to come. Yeah. I mean, Genty was the right call.
Yeah, no, it's just, Rambus, you took his brand guy there for sure.
I mean, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to do it when it's not at the right time, but I'm not going to do it too.
Bang, bang. Shots fired there. Who are you? Well, this is what happens though. And I would be surprised. Do you know what red zone is?
Yeah.
I feel like once you go down this rabbit hole where you've drafted a bunch of players, you're going to want to watch red zone on Sundays now.
We watched red zone last year.
Okay. Then you're going to really enjoy it this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, I've already bought my package to red zone.
Oh yeah. You are going to have a blast there. It's going to take it to the next level for you for sure.
No. And that's why I'm like, this isn't like, a new thing I just got into because of Nathaniel. I've always enjoyed football and we've talked football, but it's been more his thing. He went to, more of an extreme with it than I have, but it's just another way that I enjoy gambling.
Yes. All right. We are on the clock by ADP. Chuba's hurt right now, so he's going to fall. RJ Harvey, if you want another running back, Jaden Reed, if you want a wide receiver, Justin Herbert, if you want a quarterback, or Dak, if you want a quarterback. Who do you think?
Yeah, this is when I don't have a good reason to take any of them. Looking at who I have. Yeah.
I did RJ Harvey there, week 10 bye. Dobbins got dinged up the other day. Get another running back here. I think if we keep breaking ties in favor of the running backs, we'll like whoever comes back to us at pick 89 here.
Yeah, because we've got 4 running backs now, and 2 of them are really good. 2 of the top tier ones. So yeah, we're good at running back now, so we don't have to stress about that at all.
No, I think we've built up a good base here. Someone named I Know I Can Tout said, what is going on here? Do you want to explain what is going on here to I Know I Can Tout?
Oh, he knows what's going on here. He texted me at the beginning of this. He's like, okay, I see you made it on.
There you go. And Goisy card. Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I just said I hope he makes it on again soon.
There you go. Yeah, we'll do one more after this. It'll probably be a shorter draft. We'll probably do Badge Bros Brawl, just because I do have Ian coming on at 2 p.m. But we'll check the time here for sure. But here's the squad so far with Marilyn: the 4 running backs, Genty, Achan, Ramondre, Harvey; 3 wide receivers, Rice, Ladd, JMO. Let's see here. We can do the Herbert with Ladd stack. I mean, the stacking isn't quite as important, but Herbert is a good value here. If you like a wide receiver, what do you think?
I do like the stacking if it makes sense. If it's at the right value, that's great.
Yeah, let's do it. It is a good value there. He falls a little bit past, so we'll do Herbert to Ladd. Do you have any favorite teams, whether you just like watching them or because of your exposures this year that you're going to be particularly invested in?
My exposures are. I just kind of go with it, so I'll figure that out later. What I'm doing is on my weekly winners, I've got another spreadsheet that I'm taking it where it's telling me which weeks I'm good. I have the best chances of winning.
Okay.
Means those are, and so each week I'll just be looking at that and going, okay, who do I care about this week?
Yes, that is true. Yeah, like some of those teams, if you're overloaded on a bye week, and be like, I don't have to worry about this team in week 11.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I'll probably wind up. I do like my Niners just because we're so close to them. Like I can literally ride my bike I need to.
What is the official Marilyn take on the substation controversy?
There is so much electrical crap all over this place. It's dumb. It's just dumb. If they were really concerned, I mean, there's places around here that are literally toxic waste dumps that people are living on top of. So that's just part of living here.
Yeah, I do. The thing that just kills me is just like when they're sharing camp videos and you see it in the background, and I'm like, just for optics purposes, I think you guys should just go to a different practice field. Like because once you gave people those videos with all the electrical stuff in the background, it took the thing to a whole new level.
Yeah. I mean, electrical stuff is for cancer. It's not for leg strain. That's just, no, we're good. It's all good. People are way overreacting to this electrical thing.
Yes. I know. I logged into my podcast feed this morning and it was like Pablo Torre did a deep dive on it. This other NPR podcast I like, Science Versus, was like, we're going to tackle the substation thing. I was like, this has really reached a fever pitch in the national conscience.
Yeah, I think it's dumb.
I'm with you.
That's my personal take. So that's all good.
All right, let's check here. Running back has gotten wiped, which isn't a huge deal because we do have our 4 here. Michael Pittman, week 9 bye is good for this format. You could do a tight end if you wanted to get like a Kyle Pitts week 11 bye. Isn't bad either.
I like Pitts.
Yeah, let's grab Kyle Pitts here. Solver also suggesting Pitts as a nice pick for us. We'll get that first tight end. As always, you can get 20% off the Solver with promo code Pete. Get the overlay up here, the Solver scores, balance your portfolio with the combinatorial ownership tool. All right, here's the squad, Marilyn. We did just get the Herbert and Ladd stack. We add Kyle Pitts as our first tight end. Our other wide receivers, Rice and JMO, Genty, Achane, Ramondre, RJ Harvey. You know, I would be remiss, Marilyn, one of the things we do on this program, when we get a really good value on a player, we give a howl. Jameson Williams, 10 picks past ADP. Do you want to give the people a howl for that value pick?
What kind of howl do we give? You have to give
different types of howl. I like this.
It's just kind of you just do, oh, yeah, we're good.
Whoa, I like that. That howl took me off guard. I love it. Okay. We are about to pick here again at 10-5. We have some wide receivers, injured guys who are slipping. Alec Pierce, I don't even necessarily mind buying the dip at this price. It's a late buy. Matthew Golden is a decent pick. We got some quarterbacks here. Anyone stand out to you?
My ears. No, nobody stands out to me here. You can take a pick.
Let's do the buzz on Golden's great. He has a late buy, no overlapping here. He is more of a boom bust guy, but I think we need to start adding some wide receivers.
Yeah. I like boom bust guys though. That makes a lot of sense for Eliminator.
Yeah, I mean, because, the people will kind of poo-poo on them and be like, well, the weeks they don't do much, then your team's sunk. But it's also like they can single-handedly win you your week when they go off. So as long as you build a structure that can withstand some of the down weeks, I think you're in good shape.
Yep. Where are we at? Pick 10, heading to 11. Okay.
Yep. We've got 10 picks in the book, 1-4-4-1. I think we're in good shape with the structure. Probably need to keep tabs on the quarterbacks coming back around here, but we're in good shape.
Cool. Okay.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Nothing, just laughing at Nathaniel, trying to give me time.
Hey, I think that it took a lot of, it took us off guard because a lot of people just think of a textbook howl. It sounded like you were going through a Rolodex of potential different types of howls you could have unleashed there. T-Guard says, another draft. Yes, we're going to have time for one more draft before Ian Hartitz comes on. I don't think we can do a full 18-round draft, but that is what the Badge Bros Brawl is for, because that'll take us only 20, 25 minutes. So yeah, we'll do one more draft. It will be a Badge Bros Brawl though. So stay in line if you are a YouTube member hoping to jump on stream and draft here.
So Nathaniel's asking me if I have my draft chart up.
Yeah.
Texted me because I made this to help me with fast drafts, especially. And so I do this.
Ooh, this is the cheat sheet.
This is my cheat sheet. So I can keep track of my bye weeks and who I have and which weeks. for each of the positions and weeks.
I love it. That's the old school, the manual charting. And did you use ChatGPT to create that sheet that you then printed out for all of your drafts?
Yeah, to help me. I was like, this is the structure I want, and yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
But I'm like, I'm not relying on that for this. I got you for that.
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing about weekly winners, so like you print out those sheets, right? If you did that for Eliminator and it's like this team gets bounced, you got to rip up that paper. You have those weekly winners teams for the whole year. It doesn't matter. You're rolling into week 17. You still got it. We're on the clock here. Tyler Shuck falls. Keaton Mitchell is a fun other running back selection here. Do you want to grab a quarterback?
Quarterback.
I think Shuck's a great pick for us here.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's the play. So we'll get our second quarterback here. Alex says that's how the game should be played. Let's get rid of our tools. Let's all go back to manual hand drafting. We should have one contest where it's like it has to be manual, no ADP. Everybody prints off their cheat sheets, and that's how we do it.
Yeah, this, when I take a pick, I write down what they are so that I can actually keep track, because so many times I would start off and then I would have so many like week 7 buys or whatever. I'm like, well, this team is complete crap. There's no way this team is going to do anything. So this just helps me keep it in my head, especially for the fast drafts. Yeah.
No, it's everybody, even Nathaniel, he uses the sidekick, right? When he drafts, we all need our little cheat sheets, our crutches, to draft the best possible teams.
Yeah, actually he streamed this morning and I messaged him. I'm like, why did you pay for the sidekick if you always ignore it? Because he much when he does Eliminators.
That is, that was like my friend Davis last year when he was doing the sidekick, just always bullying it. We get sniped on Keaton Mitchell by 1 pick. I think Jaden Higgins or Coker look good. Do you like either of those wide receivers?
Coker.
Let's do it.
Either one.
I think we're good on either. Oh, you want to go
bye weeks?
Yeah, let's do Higgins, and then we'll have 0 overlapping bye weeks at wide receiver.
Yeah.
All right, and Higgins again falls from 129 to 137. I think pretty similar bet. So just breaking the tie away from the double bye week makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Nathaniel is pushing back on bullying the sidekick. There is something comfy of knowing this is what my machine overlords want me to do, but I know better. My big brain has the answers.
Nathaniel loves Eliminator. He has a great strategy for them. So, I'm like, you do you. But he did tell me, he's like, no, he uses the sidekick for other formats.
Yeah.
Eliminator.
For sure.
For other formats. I'm like, okay, that's fair.
Matthew does remind me there is, so one of the sites we draft on, FFPC, at their live drafts in Vegas every year, they have one draft called the Bare Knuckle Draft, and there are no cheat sheets, and you have to do it all from the top of your head. And when it comes around, they'll go, I think that draft goes like 30 rounds because there's kickers and defenses. And so you're just doing it all by memory, looking at who's been taken and trying to remember who's available. It's a pretty fun sicko thing there if you can memorize every player in the pool.
Yeah, that is not my game.
Yes.
I need so desperately.
Yeah, it is. It's funny too, because it's like, I think I could do it for an underdog draft just because when you do so many of them, you do start to kind of know where all the players go. But those guys adding in kickers and defenses, it's like, I can barely name 10 kickers in the league right now. I don't know how I would do that.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying the drafting, and I would have probably done it last year, but I didn't realize that these things called slow drafts existed then.
Yeah.
And I travel so much with, since I'm a travel agent, I'm on cruises and stuff a lot, that I was worried that I wouldn't be able to do my picks.
Yeah.
This year, then Nathaniel explained to me, it's like, oh no, you can make a pick anywhere. You could only start it at a certain location. So now that opened me up to doing more.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the underdog community is stoked to have you here. This draft is falling really nice for us here. I think Daniel Jones would be a great third quarterback for us. He's top rank and value here. Week 13 bye. What do you think of Jones here?
That's fine.
All right, let's get some dimes. So now we have our 3 quarterbacks, Herbert, Shuck, Danny Dimes, and we have 3 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 1 tight end. I feel like we're chugging along just as we need to be.
Yep.
Yes. Let's see. Go AZ Cards wants to know, what is your take on Sentex? You, of course, infamously went head to head with him as part of the elimination duo interview challenge there.
I really don't think about him.
Oh, wow. Don't think about him at all. You hit him with the Don Draper line.
No, I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but from what I can tell from everybody, a lot of people are saying he doesn't have great takes. So,
you know, he's a 101 in the best ball space, for sure. You know, one of the many characters that I've gotten to be introduced through the So You Think You Can Tout experience here.
I give kudos to anybody who's willing to get up here and make a stand and talk about what you actually think on record to come back and bite you in the butt later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anybody who's willing to take that stand is fine. As long as you're not mean to anyone, you know, we're all good.
There you go. Yeah. You know, it's, you know, especially in this area, you know, everybody's going to remember receipts. You know, when you take a heavy stand on a player, you know, Sentex, I think he said 60% Calvin Ridley. If Calvin Ridley doesn't do good this year, people are going to remind Sentex about that for a long time. So that's the name of the game. All right, let's see here. Looks like all of the best available players are wide receivers. Omar Cooper, Trey Tucker, Jalen McMillan, Jawan Jennings, Ryan Flournoy here. I'm looking at buys.
See,
what do you think?
This is my one thing that it's the Jawan Jennings I have to do for Nathaniel.
Okay. Is he a Jawan Jennings guy? Let's do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was torn there between Jawan Jennings and Trey Tucker. I think Jawan Jennings is perfectly serviceable there for us at 161. And now coming back, probably looking for some tight ends to make sure we can pair up with Kyle Pitts. Maybe one more running back flyer if we can find somebody we like.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, I just realized what happened too. So Jawan Jennings is not Nathaniel's guy. It's Jawan Johnson. Yeah. It's okay. He was already gone. So I was trying to remember. I was like, oh, I don't remember him being Nathaniel's brand guy.
Be happy for that.
Yes. There you go. The chat is loving it. Absolutely loving it. I should have caught that. The issue is Jawan Johnson was already gone. So it wasn't like we passed on him. But yes, 2 Jawans, a Johnson and a Jennings there.
And I'm sitting here going, they're all about the same at that level. Pick one.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
It was an homage.
Yeah. It is. You know what? You said that you were going to get him a Jawan. It didn't matter which one it was. And you did that in this draft. Wind it back, Kavish. That's right. Yeah, Underdog's not rolling that one back for us. All right, let's do a couple things here because we are going to do another spin here for our final draft today because we're going to draft a Badge Bros Brawl. Let's do #Brawl in the chat if you guys want to come on and draft a Badge Bros Brawl team with me. That is spelled BRAWL, Brawl. And we will spin that after Marilyn and I make our next couple of picks. We have 4 more here to land the plane. 3, 4, 6, 1. Good at quarterback. Gonna want a couple more tight ends. Probably one more running back, one more wide receiver, but we'll see how the board is looking here.
Yeah, you know, if Nathaniel gets put up, that everyone's going to be like, "This is so rigged, so rigged."
Exactly. I mean, I get accusation. It literally anyone could come up and there would be accusations of it getting rigged. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. At 15-8 here. Now, this is an interesting one. Gadsden's here. He's been falling. We do have Justin Herbert. We could stack that up on, nope, he goes. So throw that out the window. Tight ends are getting chewed up here a good bit. I like Dulcich in the Eliminator. You like Dulcich?
I like Dulcich too.
Yeah, let's do it. I think he's going to have a decent amount of targets, a good tight end 2 for us, and then we can see what comes back to us in this next round.
Yeah, that works. So now I was wondering though, is I talked to you about doing your ship chasers thing on a ship.
Yeah, I know. It would be, So is it possible? I mean, how many people do you need to have your own cruise ship versus just being on a cruise ship with other people?
Depends on which cruise line it is.
Okay.
50 to 100. There are some really small cruise lines. You could rent out an entire ship.
Okay. So we could, this year we got up to 30, maybe with advance notice. Maybe we could get up over 50 there. Get our own cruise ship. That'd be tight.
You get your own cruise ship.
Where would be the best place to take off from?
We got a pick coming up. What do we got?
I was just looking at the running back stuff here. The tight ends are getting chewed up here pretty good. We could do Calvin Ridley. If we want a running back, Brian Robinson or Ray Davis don't look bad. Any of these guys jump out to you?
No, I'll let you just pick whatever on that one. I have no clue.
I'm just going to get I wanted us to have one more running back in here. Ray Davis doesn't have an overlapping bye week. Let's get some exposure to that Bills offense there. But what would be the ideal way to do the cruise thing?
What I would do is you go on one of the larger ships and they have rooms that we can put you in to do the actual stuff that you're wanting to do. And there's all kinds of fun things we do with groups.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm intrigued.
It's a lot of fun. Who's coming on next?
BB Meat Gazer coming on there. Shoot me a message here, and I will get you the link for a Badge Bros Brawl. But Marilyn, let's see here. Herbert, Shuck, Dimes, Genty, H.N. Stevenson, R.J. Harvey, Ray Davis, Rashi Rice, Ladd, J-Mo, Matthew Golden, Jaden Higgins, Jawan Jennings, Kyle Pitts, Greg Dulcich. How often do you go on cruises?
In 2024, I did 12. 2025, I did 14. This year's I've had some medical issues, and I've only done 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Last year, I did 2 Alaska cruises, the Galapagos Islands, the British Isles, and then a bunch of Caribbean cruises, and one out of California.
Okay.
These are all I have to research. Okay.
Yeah. And then I guess because the other thing too is a lot of times, people just have the weekend that they can do. What's like the shortest? Can you do just like a 2-night thing?
Yeah, you can. Well, it's a 3-night, but you get on Friday, get off on Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it could work.
Yeah. And if you plan them out 2 years in advance, you get such incredible deals.
Okay. So maybe that's the play. Maybe we plan it out for 2 years from now. Do this on the cheap. I think that might be the play.
Mm-hmm. And then you can have the families come. The families come and they get to go do their thing. You do your thing. They're happy. They're not complaining that you're running off without them. It works.
All right, Alex, Meat Gazer is too scared to come on and thinks he wants coffee. This is actually to come on stream in draft. So Alex W, shoot me a message. You are going to take his spot here. Let's see. Final picks here. We have 2 more. Probably looking at a wide receiver and a tight end. Let's do a wide receiver here first. Jerry Jeudy, Branch, Bateman, Cup, Bernard, Booty. Anyone jump out to you? We could do the Ted Hurst thing. He's been buzzy.
Nah, I would say this is one of the times I would just go with a late pick for the Eliminator, like Bateman or something.
Sorry, we ran out of time, and I dived out on Hurst there as we tried to get on this. We got distracted with the cruise life, and it's all good though.
No, I love cruises. They're amazing.
Do you know that I've never been on a cruise?
We need to fix that.
I know. I guess this has been my thing with the cruise is I like the idea of all inclusives. And so then I'm just like, would I rather just go there, have the beach, the pool, all of that stuff, over the cruise? But you could sell me on a cruise for the ship chasing meetup because it's literally in the name.
Yeah. Yeah. So just email me. We'll work it out.
Okay. All right. I'm intrigued. I like that 2-year plan. Let's lock this in on the cheap. Let's find out who are the real ship chasing fans who are willing to commit to a cruise 2 years in advance. All right. One more pick here. Can we find a tight end that you like? Mike Gesicki, Evan Ingram, Njoku, Mayer, Tongas, Stowers. I mean, Gesicki's definitely the best, but he has the same buy as Dulcich. I don't know. You got any deep sleepers you like at tight end?
For some reason, Michael something is coming up in my brain.
Oh, Michael Mayer? Yeah. Yeah, he has a week 13 bye. He's kind of a contingent play a little bit if Bowers were to get hurt, but he pairs with Genty, and I don't mind that call at all. Let's get a third tight end here to wrap this up. Okay. All right. Here's the squad, Marilyn. We did it. 18 rounds. Justin Herbert, Tyler Shuck, Daniel Jones, Genty, Achane, Ramondre Stevenson, RJ Harvey, Ray Davis, Rashee Rice, Ladd McConkey, J-Mo, Matthew Golden, Jaden Higgins, Jawan Jennings, and Ted Hurst, Kyle Pitts, Greg Dulcich, and Michael Mayer. My 150th draft with Marilyn. How do you feel?
Eliminator. Feels good. You're going to have to keep me posted on how this one is doing so I can taunt Nathaniel with it.
Exactly. Yes. Well, we will be checking in on these, any of these teams that make a little bit of a run every Monday morning on stream. I'll be going through my portfolio, seeing how the squads does, and I will name this one accordingly, and we will make sure we can keep tabs there. Marilyn, let the people know anything else you would like them to check out here on your way out.
If they want to follow me, I am on YouTube, Twitter, all kinds of things as Marilyn's Travels. Follow me. Beautiful.
It was great seeing you, Marilyn. I know you've been trying to get on the show here for a little bit, so I'm glad the randomization gods were in your favor, and we'll see you around in the chat, on the internet, all that good stuff.
Thanks. Talk to you later.
All right. Peace. All right. Alex W. making a return to the bash. I knew I recognized your name, and when I checked into our chat, I know I had sent you some other bash links in the past. You excited to draft a Badge Bros Brawl with me here?
Yeah, let's do it. I have 0 of these on the year, but I know the format, so I won't be completely lost.
Yep, we need 3 more here. If you guys aren't familiar with this, we did a couple shows about it on Off and On the Clock. This is another one of the contests that's filling fast. Basically, very similar concept to a regular best ball draft, except there are only 6 drafters instead of 12. So essentially half of the player pool does not get drafted in these contests, which makes it very fun as far as strategy. Do you want to scroll down? You can draft guys like Malik Willis. We talked about this with Chad Candles yesterday. You can get these guys basically undrafted in this contest. So we will have fun here. We drew the 102. But how have you been, Alex? What's new with you?
I've been good. I think last time I was on was back in December, maybe. So it's been a while. If I recall correctly, I just finished a job interview when I was on that stream, and I got that job. So I've been busy with that, but not too busy that I haven't been, firing some drafts, both pre-draft and post-draft, and trying to watch as many streams as I can here and there. So doing well.
Yeah, I want to say one of the times you were on the bash, if I recall correctly, like were you hanging out with your dad or you were?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with my dad in Costa Rica.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So I'm back in the U.S. I'm in Texas right now, which is where I'm based right now. So back in the States, and doing well.
All right, Badge Bros Brawl. We got the 102 here. You want to grab the Bijan? You got anything else spicy here?
No spice here. We go Bijan.
All right, let's do it.
I'm at I'm at 11% Bijan because I was Bijan over Gibbs earlier before they flipped. And so I'm like trying to get as much Gibbs as I can, but I'm more Bijan over Gibbs.
Nice. You said you applied for the job. What was the job you were trying to get that you since landed?
It's an AI consulting type of job.
Okay.
Because that's what I did in grad school. I did like generative AI and media and stuff like that. So on the AI slop train.
Yeah. What's the latest and greatest in the AI world here?
Claude's the best, man. Claude is great for a lot of stuff. But it's taking over in both good and bad ways. I'm not the most I'm not the most pro AI person. I'm pretty tired of it, honestly. I have some AI fatigue for sure.
And yet you made it your profession and something you have to think about, theoretically 40 plus hours a week.
Yeah, here we are.
All right, we have Bijan here. We're gonna have back-to-back picks here, close to back-to-back at 2-5 and 3-2. We'll see what Troy does here. Jonathan Taylor goes off the board. So we got Lamb, Jefferson. You can keep loading up on running backs: Genty, Barkley, Brown, Kenneth Walker. How do you want to play this?
Let's do Genty here. Let's go with the theme of Genty enjoyers of the stream so far.
No, this is how you stick it to Rambus, that we have 3 guests on the bash, and the 2 that walk away with Rambus shares are not Rambus. Jefferson, Barkley, Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker, Henry, Hampton.
Jefferson seems fine as a click here. Get a wide receiver.
Yeah, we can play. When I drafted these with John, he doesn't let me just draft the best plays. He makes me flip the board. He makes me draft bad plays, all of that stuff. But no, and we can save our getting weird for later. We're going to start here with Bijan, Genty, Jefferson. Speaking of the Badge Bros, they're going to have a show today immediately after the bash and the randomizer. Make sure you guys are checking out the Badge Bros here. What kind of contests are you trying to pile in here as drafting season winds down?
Mostly puppies, some other stuff here and there. I have about 25 BBMs as well that I've done this year, but mostly just the normal stuff. I've dabbled in a couple of the eliminators, but yeah, just the normal stuff for me. I'd say I'm a McBride guy again this year. I'm my highest drafted player 2 years in a row. I mean, the guy is just still hanging out in the mid-third, and I'm like, I guess I just have to lock myself in my room and just keep drafting if this guy's just going to go at 30 every draft. Like,
well, yeah. So tell the Trey McBride, the haters, the faders, the people who are scared of him, why they should be clicking him every time.
He's the GOAT. I mean, this guy, he did well enough with Short King Kyler to earn himself, the ADP that we drafted him at last year. He got the touchdowns that he never got since high school last year, 11 touchdowns. And now he's here, right? Like, I'm not anti-Bowers. I am big elite tight end in general this year, but like, we're on the clock here.
I put Neighbors in the queue just because he's like one of those guys that I think can break this contest at a discount.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm in on Neighbors. I wasn't getting him much when he was in the 4th, but I'm trying to not get too behind on him myself.
Are you McBride over Bowers?
No, I'll take just because their ADPs are so different. I was earlier when their ADPs were a little closer, but like I'll take Bowers just at cost.
Pickens, Loveland, Rice, Devontae. Loveland's kind of fun if you want last call at an elite tight end. Yeah.
I'm also in on Loveland. Like I think Loveland's
you love elite tight ends is what
I do. I mean, I like all 3 of those guys. I think all 3 of them are really great value at cost. And I also think that like a lot of the negative news that we've been, or at least a lot of the falling that we've been getting on a lot of the mid-range tight ends, like Gadsden, like Chig now with the Diggs signing, a lot of I think those guys' values have been falling, which makes elite tight end for me even more alluring. That it seems like their value over a lot of these middle guys, the gap seems to be widening. At least that's my take.
Yeah. Bijan, Genty, Jefferson, Neighbors, Loveland. These drafts rip here. We're drafting in the Badge Bros Brawl. I mean, we might have been able to squeeze in a draft, but I also didn't want to be in a spot where Ian shows up at 2 and then I'm like having to push the plane on our draft. Rashee Rice, Olave, Ladd, Kyron, Waddle, Lamar, if you want to go that route. What do you think?
Rice.
All right, let's grab Rashee Rice here.
Little top click today.
Krutches, this is a good call. We could probably squeeze in one more Badge Bros Brawl here. Let me see. Let's make this pick. Olave, Lamar, Ladd, Waddle, Jacobs, Wilson, Scatabo.
Lamar?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Who's going to say no to Lamar here?
Not me.
We had a tough... Do you watch Ship Chasing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw. Yeah, we had the tough decision where we took Lamar, and then it's just like the amount of other available quarterbacks and good prices on elite QBs, and you always somewhat regret it. But then you're like, man, I just got a discount on Lamar. What's a guy?
Yeah, the FPPC episode, I saw that. Yeah, there was the 2v2s. Yeah, that was
the controversial glitch situation as well.
Yeah. I watched that. I didn't watch that live, but I watched it back yesterday. I've never done one of those, but that seems intense when you gotta pull the commission and you gotta barter with them about about whether it was their fault or not.
Exactly. Let's see here. I have let's see. Let me get back to our board here. So we have Lamar, we have Bijan Genti, Jefferson Neighbors, Rashee Rice, Colston Loveland. We're drafting the Badge Bros Brawl. You could do Burden if you want to set up like some stacks with Caleb. You could also try to set up another skinny stack like with a Terry McLaurin. Waddle is the faller here. JMO, DJ Moore. What do you think?
Let's do Terry.
Yeah, let's do Scary Terry here as our fourth wide receiver. I know one of the things when we were doing these with John talking about, because it is a bigger final, 375, you're probably going to want more skinny stacks because you are going to have to kind of hit the nuts on some of these things. So that's something to consider. We could just grab Jaden here if you want to lock up that stack or something else. What do you say?
Jaden seems reasonable. Let's lock it up.
All right, let's do it. All right. We have Lamar Jaden. Now, we just had Marilyn on. She was talking about how she's leveraged AI to help her in her drafts. As someone who works in AI, who also despises AI, do you use AI to help you draft fantasy football teams?
I built I used Claude recently to build like a combos tool so that I just type in a player and I can see my combos. That's my way of doing that. I know that a lot of tools out there already do that, but I built a little side one myself. I have yet to like integrate it into Chrome or anything, but I'm trying to work on that more because it does seem like there are some opportunities for people who have like baseline technical knowledge and like best ball to be able to do a lot of these things and implement them into their games. But I also I'm also into the whole analog thing, pen and paper. Like we should have more drafts where we just ban people from phones and computers and the AI and stuff. I think that would be nice.
There you go. We're going to see more of that popping up, I'm sure, in the next few years. Let's see if Tune's here. No, he's not. I jinxed it. Evans, Adams. If we're looking at running backs, Bucky's probably not bad. Swing, Price, Brooks is the big
Bucky. I'm out on Brooks now. I was never super in on him. I've kind of been just fading that backfield in general.
But did you hear about the Chuba injury?
I know, but now it's all right. I mean, yeah, I'll capitulate, I'll at some point, but I'll be grumpy about it.
Evans, Adams, Judkins, Hendo, Caleb, Watson. You could do the Caleb thing and just kind of shut down with the stacks.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
We'll just go 3 elite QBs here, have some fun.
Sounds good. Sounds fun to me.
Kiss my third leg, itty coffee giveaways today. No, I was really pushing it with those because we were going to do just best ball breakfast. And then I was like, well, guess what? I'm doing best ball breakfast on Wednesdays too. So you're at 4 coffee giveaways a week. We will have 2 more on Monday, but unfortunately I'm drinking water right now. No coffee giveaways, but as always, I do recommend checking out Vasileros and Sons coffee. You can get 25% off your first order and free shipping with promo code Pete. But yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays for those coffee giveaways. Here's our squad. We got 3 elite quarterbacks, 2 of them stacked up, Daniels to McLaurin, Caleb to Loveland. We have Lamar here, Bijan Genti, Jefferson, Neighbors, Rice, McLaurin, Bucky, the other picks. Andrews could be a fun kind of like scroll down tight end to do just because we have that stacked up with Lamar. Probably want to look at running back here too. I do think one of these upside swings, you said you're not buying Brooks, Hendo, Price, Brooks are probably three nice swings there.
Let's do Hendo. I know the momentum is not in his favor right now. I know there's been some bearish camp news, but like, I mean, Ramondre can only fumble so many more times, right? I mean, are they really not gonna trust this guy? I don't know.
So he has the hammy now, but like the biggest upside swing here at wide receiver is probably Jordan Tyson. I also like Kittle too, of just being like, he is continuing to rise and can give you elite tight end upside. Who do you think?
Ooh, that's tough. Kittle. Let's do that.
All right, let's do Kittle here. We'll grab Kittle.
I like both of those guys though.
I know. Yeah, and it's, Kittle goes. It's funny too how you see how the Badge Bros Brawl's ADP is prioritizing, because he's up here, I think, ahead of Pitts, ahead of, Kelsey and some of these other guys who go ahead of him in the other formats.
Right.
So I think there's a little signal there that Kittle is undervalued in the main formats right now relative to the upside. Let's see here. Here's the thing, guys. I'm looking at the time. I think it's going to be too tight to squeeze in another Badge Bros Brawl here before Ian comes on. It's going to be close. How about this, Krutches? How about I send you the link and you come in and spill a little big Eliminator alpha as it's about to close? You want to just chop it up for a few minutes there? We probably have like 10, 15 minutes at the end. I'd be down for that, Krutches. All right, let's see what we want to do here. Lamar, Daniels, Caleb, Rome, Marv, Goff. I don't love this range. I feel like this is where we start to scroll.
Yeah.
You want to do like the Andrews thing here and get him?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get Andrews, and then let's start scrolling with these last few picks. We have 4 more here. I think we can start hunting. You could do double New England backfield, Ramondre. I'm trying to think who else is a huge swing here. We could do Bill on a team. Are you a Bill guy?
I am a Bill guy. I like Bill. Like I would take Bill. I would take Bill over like Brooks, Chuba. That like, he's my favorite in that kind of range of, ambiguous could start guys. Like I'd probably take him over like Corum, Manungai, honestly, at this point. Like I'm pretty in on Bill. So.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the contest to do it. ADP 105, so he's going to have, right on that fringe as far as how often he's getting drafted. Sure. I also like getting it. So we have Daniels, Bill, and McLaurin. We should probably swing back to wide receiver here for a few picks. Let's see, who are the biggest swings here? Jaden Reed's a pretty big swing. Who do you got?
I got a guy in mind. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can just say it, but
you could probably speak freely.
Yeah, Michael Wilson. I like the. Okay. I mean,
You're a Cardinals guy.
I'm McBride pilled. I'm Wilson pilled, and I'm Brissett pilled. I'm not as in on Marv, but I feel like last year was more signal than noise. And if their schedule is really tough and they're going to be playing from behind a lot of these games, why can't we see another 50 pass attempt game from Jacoby Brissett? Why can't we get the auto 20 points every week from him, and where they're going off? I get that Love is in there now, and it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more mouths to feed in terms of the offense, and we could get some regression and some restructuring. But I'm pretty in on the Cardinals.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's by ADP Wilson is first here, so let's grab Wilson. Make sure we get your guy. So we have Jefferson, Neighbors, Rice, McLaurin, Wilson. The other 2 guys I put in the queue, Reed and Downs. I'm trying to think, is there anything else stacking wise we'd want to do? Baltimore, we got the skinny. Jaden, we have that stack. Caleb, probably good there. Yeah, it starts to get a little too frisky here. Can I how about Jaden Reed for a big swing?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I was going to defer to you on this one too. I'm pretty indifferent to Reed versus Downs. I think they're both good swings.
Yeah, I guess Reed probably has just more single game upside. I think if one of them is going to go for 25 underdog points, is probably Reed, and Downs is maybe a little more likely to score 15. But we're going to swing for the fences here.
Yeah.
Should we get one more fancy scroll to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's do it. Where should we go here? Wide receiver or?
I think so. We're done at quarterback and tight end. The 5 running backs: Bijan, Genti, Bucky, Hendo, Bill. I mean, you could do like a scroll to like a Keaton Mitchell would probably be a pretty fun scroll, or it's probably another wide receiver scroll. You could do like a spike on like a Worthy. Yeah, that's probably about as deep as you want to get at wide receiver here.
For sure.
You could do the Mekhi Lemon dip and hope that he really pans out late, but he's not quite as much of a scroll with his ADP. What do you think?
Let's do Worthy.
I like that.
Do a Worthy scroll. That seems fun. A lot of upside there. If Rashee Rice is going to get less than 900 yards, maybe some of those yards will go to Worthy. You know?
There you go. All right, final click here. We're drafting, just finished up a Badge Bros Brawl with recurring Bash guests, Alex W., Lamar, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bijan Robinson, Ashton Genti, Bucky Irving, Trevion Henderson, Bill, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin, Michael Wilson, Jaden Reed, Xavier Worthy, and then Loveland, Kittle, Andrews at tight end. How did we do, Alex?
I think we drafted the shipper, Pete.
The shipper.
If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say we drafted the shipper.
We did it. Shipperlytics here with Alex W. It's we just did it. Let me name this team here and make sure I do not forget that this was drafted with Alex W. On 813 Bash. Any other parting shots here for the people? Any other announcements? You know, are you last time it was the job that was hanging in the balance? What do you got for us this time?
One, just everybody, you know, keep not drafting Trey McBride. I'll take him. Don't worry.
Okay.
And then 2, shout out to Who Hames. I've been hanging out in his streams and his Discord a lot this summer. He has a growing channel and he's been doing some really great work. So I just wanted to give him a shout out as well, because I know he might be in the chat right now as well.
Beautiful. All right, Alex, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to vamp with Krutches here for about 13 minutes until Ian joins us for the randomizer, but good seeing you as always, Alex.
Great to see you, Pete. Thanks.
All right, Krutches, you skipped the line. The last draft I have is one. I think I'm going to be able to squeeze in maybe one big eliminator here. You said you just got your final one in?
I'm in it right now. So if you see me looking to the right, it means I'm on the clock. It's a nice little one we got going, though. I pulled up Jonathan Brooks, but only 5 picks, so it's not like I had to go crazy.
Nice. And yeah, I know you were in the chat when we were talking about this on Tuesdays, often on the clock. What kind of stuff were you looking at here? Things maybe people were doing wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it applies to like all of them. So I did all the Frenchie eliminators too. They're obviously low dollar, but I just did like 7 or whatever I could max out at a time and just queue up players. Obviously, like if you're using Sidekick, like I don't know what their inputs are, so I can't vamp. I can't speak for them. I assume they have like obviously smart inputs because they're smart people, but I just think people don't adapt enough to the style of competition, like based on the structure. So like using even a Frenchie limb, for example, it was like 2 out of 3 from weeks. So it's like 6 out of 12. And then it went 2 out of 3 from weeks 2 through 9. So like, it's actually kind of opposite strategy of Big Elim for me, where Big Elim in a perfect world, I'll have basically near 0 buys before week 8 because it's a bigger contest. And like, if you think about it from a player perspective, the ICM gets ramped up in week 7. And so, which is really interesting because there's so many good teams playing in week 6 and 7, especially 7. And then also like week 6 at least has 4 out of 6. Week 7 is 2 out of 4, and it's the cash week. So like you could theoretically have a team that has 18 players live in week 7 when it is the worst advance rate minus the 1 week late in the season of 30, like 1 out of 3. So basically like Frenchie Elim, I was stacking as many buys from week 5 to 9 as possible because there are a bunch of 2 out of 3 advance weeks. So theoretically, you should stack up all your buys early, try to get through, and then you have a bunch of 1 out of 2 weeks the rest of the way where you're just 18 players live or pretty close to it. And then with the Big Elim, it's a lot different to where it's a little weirder because there's a lot of different structures each week. So like I don't actually hate week 5 buys because it's 6 out of 8, so it's 75%. And it's so early that like if I draft Kenneth Walker, like I'm not going to push him down in round 2 because like I see week 5 better than week 6 because they're both pre-cash line and it's easier advance rate. So like stack week 5 and then basically stack week 8 onwards. And there's like a little bit of tiebreakers in those weeks. Like week 11 is a tougher advance week and there's 6 teams on bye. Week 10 is the easiest week and there's, only a couple. So like, I like the Wicks, I like the Hertz, I like, Saquon, guys like that. And then all the Tampa guys. So like Bucky and Ted Hurst, whoever you're taking late. So yeah, I just think there's like ways people aren't playing it as optimally. Yeah, I could vamp for a while, but I just find it interesting to adapt.
Does that put you on like some pretty specific player and team exposures, optimizing that specifically for the buys?
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that like Eliminator in general, especially those, you can, especially if there's a bunch of different Eliminator formats, you can kind of get balanced exposures, different ones in each contest. But I think that I have like higher risk tolerance. And so I know there's going to be a lot of randomness in matchups. So I'm willing to have like, a smaller Jacquard tree. And just like, I could have 2 dupe teams and I'm playing 2 different opponents. One could win, one could lose. Right. So, it's a little bit different, but, for example, like I'm pretty heavy on like, let's see, like big Eliminator. I actually pulled up Jonathan Taylor a lot. So I'm going to end up with, I think 66 out of 10 teams on Jonathan Taylor. I actually took him 1-3 in this last one because like, I don't care as much about CLV in Eliminator. And also like, I think week 13 bye when Dimes was healthy, he was crushing. They've got a good O-line. Like, so, Jamar Chase is like week 6 bye. I don't love it as much. Puka week 11 bye. I can do it, but it's also like maybe suspension risk. And then, CMC is fine for sure as well. I don't have anything against him. I actually see him as like a higher floor play than JT, but, yeah, I just think like I have a lot of Dimes like week 13 bye, and then a lot of week 14 stuff. Like if I can get, an Arizona receiver in that dead zone kind of when I'm done with running back usually, that's kind of where a lot of my builds are like 4 running back and 1 receiver. So like I'll have 4 running backs and then get like JMO as my number 1 receiver and like a regular Eliminator. And then I just take a bunch of like, Jordan Tyson, Marvin Harrison, Wandale, like all the Eliminator ass picks around, 70 to 100.
Yeah. Who across your Eliminators ended up being your biggest exposures?
So let's see. I have 184 total Eliminators. Oh yeah, it's Colby Parkinson. I have 37% Colby Parkinson. Like that's where I'll differ from the sidekick. Obviously, like Sack, I like those guys. They're obviously sharp, but I just think like as much as I like Terrence Ferguson, like obviously, I'm a big JJ Zacharyson guy and he loves Terrence Ferguson. But I think like if you look at after week 7, which was their bye, they went to 13 personnel. Like they didn't run a single snap of 13 before the receivers kind of got hurt. So like week 5.5, they started using 13 personnel. And then they go on their bye, they come back and he was the tight end 5 the rest of the way. So I just think it's like underpriced. Like nothing's changed. They drafted a developmental guy who's, probably going to replace Higbee when he's gone. And I think it's pretty clear that they're going to use Parkinson as their lead tight end, quote unquote, more in the inline role. And then they're going to use Ferguson as a weapon, who I also like. But yeah, I have the most Colby. I actually think I'm pretty strict on buys, especially at the onesie. But with tight end being a little bit just kind of random, and in those later weeks, you're just 1v1ing. I actually don't mind taking both Terrence Ferguson and Colby Parkinson. And then you have one other tight end like Kolar or Michael Mayer just kind of fill in that week of 11.
Yeah.
But I think you could take both Rams tight ends basically for free and have like a flex play, honestly. And then both of them could hit the lineup some weeks. So I think like those are kind of like a little bit of cheat code. Like I don't think you set NFL records in efficiency and then just go away from it the next year and everyone else is trying to copy you. So that's kind of one interesting one. And then I have 30% Jordan Addison, 27% Kate Otten. I just think Otten's a great pick in Eliminator in all formats. And then yeah, I have 25% Daniel Jones, 25% Purdy. So those are the kind of the two. Purdy I like because the week 8 bye is a little later. And he's obviously just really good, less risky than even Mahomes. And then I think Danny Dimes, like the reporting we're hearing is so bullish, and he was actually like so good. And I don't think people's like priors have adjusted, including mine, that he's actually a good receiver or a good quarterback. So I think he's one that, like, when I'm in that zone of Darnold, Stroud, and Dimes, I'm like thinking about it. Like, Stroud was pretty bad to end the year. Like, we don't know that he's a great quarterback. You know, Darnold's had a really good year there, but it's a different coordinator. There's a little bit of risk. Like, you're giving me a possibly healthy Daniel Jones with Shane Steichen. Like, I'm just going to click that at 135 every single time in the Eliminator with a later bye. So,
yeah. The chat wants to know, is there a dog snoring in the background? Yes, can confirm.
Can confirm.
That was so good. I was wondering what that was too. What's
yeah,
your good boy's name?
I'll be on sales calls, and I'm like, can you hear my dog in the background? So sometimes it does a good job like muting it, but other times you can just hear the boy snoring.
So are you this time of year, I know you've been doing a lot of golf. Are you less golf so you can draft, or are you still doing both?
Playing golf. No, still doing a bunch. This is actually like the biggest month of tournaments. So next week I'm actually playing a US Mid-Am qualifier.
Wow.
And then my club championship is also next week. So I'm basically taking the whole week off work to play some practice rounds and do all that. So yeah, it's fun. I'm down to about scratch. So I'm just kind of trying to get to plus handicap now.
Wow. Damn, dude. You, what were you like? 'Cause I know probably played for a while, but you really picked things up in the past year or two.
Yeah. I joined I had this shoulder surgery. So I was out for like 2 years before last year. And then I joined a country club last year. So I can kind of practice like all in for free, which is nice. They have good practice facilities. So, yeah, I do not have a hole-in-one, Trevor. So despite being good at golf, I do not have a hole-in-one. And I've had 2 albatrosses closer than I have a hole-in-one. So not lucky in that sense. But yeah, the big sweat this week, in case you're not roaming the Discords, is me and Chad are both in Tommy Fleetwood in one and done.
Okay.
If he wins, like, Chad could go to the top of the Mayo contest. And if only 400 back and I have like Scotty, Sam Burns, and Tommy saved for the playoffs, because mine goes to the Tour Championship. His ends at the BMW.
Splash one?
Yeah. So it's a custom one. It's the $3,500 like higher stakes buy-in.
Okay.
But basically, if I win this week, I'm basically like nearly guaranteed to win. So we need Tommy to have the week of his life. But yeah, we've been saving him for this week. So he started off 4 under through 4 today, and then kind of went into neutral. So we're good. We're just gotta wait it out. But it's a little bit sweaty because it's like it's more than a dog bowl win. So it's like, all right, this would be a nice little stimulus before the NFL season.
I was gonna say that'll boost the dog bowl bankroll if you can bink that one.
Yeah, it's getting a little sweaty, but even if I don't win, I still have Scotty Scheffler left for the Tour Championship. So like I feel good, but there's one other guy who has him, so I just need to pass him before the Tour Championship, and then I'll kind of feel good. So.
Well, beautiful. Well, thank you for vamping with me. Our randomizer guest Ian is here now, but let the people know, other than needing Tommy Fleetwood to ball out this week, any other parting shots for the crew?
No, we're good. I'm sure we'll chat during the season on dailies. Like I said, we'll see how much of a stimulus we get here, and then we'll see how much dog bowl we play, but we'll definitely be in the BR streets week 1.
For sure. Yeah. Looking forward to that as well. All right, Krutches, I'll catch you around the Discord, and we are going to get ready to go for the 7th appearance from our guest today, Ian Hartitz on the Randomizer. Let's get ready, folks.
Randomize! Never made it as a tight end.
How is that?
Wow.
No one has ever seen a bigger dick.
This is a good hardball product.
She's such a good fucking girl.
We're no strangers to love. When it comes to sports trivia, I am the man.
I have no idea what's in granola. I thought it was just granola.
Emo Cowboys coming for you, John Diggle.
They say I'm getting a little bit older. That streaming's a young man game.
Welcome to the Randomizer. Pete, take it away.
There he is. The 7 timers club, dude. It blew my mind when I was going back through the thumbnails and all of that. We had to keep the streak alive. What's up, my dude?
I'm just happy you're getting back to your roots, Pete. I know you're a big time reality TV show host now. So, hey, not getting too big. Maybe one day we'll even get a man's flashback out here.
Maybe. Yeah, man. It was like, I was looking at that first randomizer we did. I was at my in-laws house. I was like drinking Modelo's up in like the spare bedroom. We were drafting on drafters because Underdog didn't even exist then. I mean, things change a lot in 6 years.
Things do change a lot, man. I think that was right around the time I, met my wife in Connecticut too. So basically, my wife and a randomizer have the same streak going on. Hopefully, a randomizer doesn't beat that one.
Yeah, no, you should be good on that front. We do need 2 more here. This is just the $3 12-person self-contained draft. Do not worry. We are not going to mess up the integrity of any of these best ball contests. If for some reason you're watching this and you don't know what is about to happen, Ian knows because this is his 7th time doing it. But we have a wheel with a bunch of prompts on here. And before every one of our picks, I'm going to spin the wheel. And there's going to be a prompt, a challenge, trivia, whatever have you. And if Ian passes that test, he gets to pick whoever he wants. If he doesn't, there's often a punishment pick. I actually need to make sure, is Duke Johnson still in the player pool? He is.
Let's go.
You can still click Duke Johnson as you wear the Ohio State University hat. One more here, but Ian, are you excited for your 7th randomizer appearance?
Of course, man. No other time where I have to, search my refrigerator for vegetables and just do a bunch of other crazy shit. So no, it's part of my yearly tradition, man. How could I complain?
And I will say, I'm not going to complain because we got the 107, which is a near perfect slot, either 106, 107. I've done the 101s, can be very hectic. This, dare I say, it could just be a nice leisurely stroll through the randomizer wheel today.
Oh, God. I don't know about that. It's always a great day to be great, though. It's good to be back, too, Pete. This is my first, I guess this isn't exactly Fantasy Life affiliated here, but first one since, unfortunately, having to part ways with the squad. So good to see you again, my man.
No, well, I was thinking about this because it's like we used to be coworkers at Fantasy Life, and now you are coworkers with someone who I felt like I was a coworker with in PPR Tyler because he was on my reality TV show for the past, 4 months. So in a lot of ways, we're just kind of ships passing in the sea.
Pretty much, man. It was funny. Like, I obviously saw a bunch of the highlights. I do a show with Pat Mayo and Jake Seeley every week. So I especially love Pat's judging experience early on. But I thought it was going to be over in like a month, man. The fact you kept that going on so long.
Me too, brother. Me too. All right, we're going to get to it. All right, this is a season 5 throwback prompt. Phone a friend. Ian must call a fantasy analyst and ask them to spell Cordero Patterson's first name, Cordero. If incorrect, draft the player whose ADP is 84 spots past your next pick. It cannot be John Daigle.
God.
This was a prompt from 2 years ago. Cordero Patterson, one of Ian's favorites here. Not really in the consciousness quite as much, but we're going to see if someone can spell Cordero here.
All right. Cool. I'll see if Theo's probably not going to pick up. Maybe
Theo, you think Dwayne could spell Cordero? Who do we got? Theo?
This is Theo. I don't trust Dwayne's spelling. Got too much Texas in him.
One moment while I try to connect this call.
What the fuck?
Wow. Does Theo have an automated...
I get put on hold right here?
Yeah.
Come on, Theo. You're making me look stupid.
All right, for the people at home.
Theo.
Yeah, go for another one.
Dwayne.
So for the people, it's CORDARRELLE. That's what we're looking for here.
Oh, I'm not on speaker. Dwayne? Dwayne, you're on the randomizer. You're on the randomizer. I need you to spell Cordero correctly. Yeah, spell his first name, please.
Put him closer to the mic.
CORDAREL.
No! 2 hours, Dwayne. How many years? I love you, bro. We'll draft soon. Talk later.
You know what? So the punishment... No, the punishment was a player 84 spots down the queue, which is Chris Godwin was the 84th ranked player here. So that's honestly not the worst round 1 pick you could get.
That's Dwayne's guy. This is actually kind of perfect.
It is. It was fitting there. I mean, Dwayne writes, like you, thousands and thousands of words about all of these players. How many times do you think he's written the word Cordero in his writing career? I mean, rare miss by Dwayne.
It's what AI is doing to that generation, man. They just can't even spell Cordero right anymore. So just absolutely hate to see it. Goblin is, I guess we can talk about some real takes here. Like, I will say, Pete, out of all these guys, like Lag, QJ, Zay Flowers, like Bateman, I worry more about Ibuka and Goblin, that target split being much more closer than, we're kind of looking at with ADP.
For sure. This is season 3 throwback. Draft a player with a more NSFW name than Ian Hartitz. We used to have a ton of fun saying tits on this show. Cannot use Mo Alley Cox. So let's scroll through the player pool and see if we can find a naughty sounding name in the 20.
Have you seen the new USC wide receiver?
Who?
He's like a stud 5-star freshman. His nickname is Booby and his last name is Feaster. So he's legit Booby Feaster.
That is a good one. I'm trying to think which one of these names could be dirty. Drake London, Brock Cock Bowers.
When I was watching Cowboys Raiders with my mom, who's a diehard Cowboys fan, she was like, Brock Bowers sounds like a porn star's name.
I think that counts. I think that definitely
He's
counts.
not going to make it to us, so that's the problem.
We shall see. Yeah, while we wait for this one, or actually, let's see if we get a backup for Brock Bowers. What else would be naughty? Rashi, Rice, Ladd, T. Higgins. Igbuka sounds dirty.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sounds like a sex position.
Does the chat have anything? Sucky Irving. Let's see here. Tootin is kind of like, I told my daughter about Bayshell Tootin because she was tooting the other night, and I was like, April, do you know that there's a player named Tootin? And she got a kick out of that.
I'm sure she was like, of course, I live with you.
Yeah. BJ Thomas is a pretty good one. Tootin does sound dirty for sure. Let's see here.
I feel like there should be more obvious ones out here.
Yeah. Who else? Carnell Taint. There you
Hold on. Fantasy Life had a not safe for work team name article.
Oh yeah. Cooter Doodle put a bunch of those together.
I had some get denied. I had some Najee Harris ones that didn't even make the cut. If you guys can put that together.
That had to do with one eye or something else?
Maybe a certain group from the 40s that we don't look back on very fondly for good reasons.
Bowers is here. You want to take Big Cock Brock, the porn star Brock Bowers?
Let's go with Brock Bowers.
Yeah, why not? It sounds pretty dirty. Are you in on Brock this year?
Hawk to it. Oh, check out my Penix. That's a good one, Cooter.
Oh, that was
2 games, Phoenix 1 cup. Yeah. Okay. Brock. Yeah, I love Brock, especially if I can get him at the turns. Tough. When I still got the Chase Browns and the Derrick Henrys of the world, it's a little bit tougher to click on Henry. But dude, if you can get 1 through 4, I think in the kind of your redraft land, get a sick running back, get Bowers at the end of round 2, maybe get one more in round 3, or you just start moving on to wide receiver. Like I'm going late round QB more drafts than not. If I can get Bowers in round 2 and get a hero or superhero RB, then I just hit to click wide receivers, man, from round 3 through freaking 7 or so. I feel like that's the best pocket of value to be able to do so.
I know. And I've been, I'm sure. Are you doing a lot of redraft content for RotoWire now too?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I try to turn the page to in August. I respect all you savages that do it all, 12 months a year and everything. But I feel like in August, people want to hear about redraft a little more than our best ball.
No, for sure. I've been diving in more just, on the Fantasy Life show, we've been doing some more redraft focused things. And I was like, we did going through the best and worst picks in ESPN ADP. And man, like you want to just talk about like needing a lobotomy from what you did in best ball land and going over there. I posted the Brandon Aubrey in round 6 screenshot, but that's an entirely different world over there, man.
Aubrey has because I know Dwayne did a lot of good work with the advanced rate stuff, and I looked at it too from ESPN. Like Aubrey, oddly though, had a pretty good advance rate, man. Like your biggest idiot in your league probably drafts them, but then they also probably make the playoffs, man. That's fantasy football for you.
It's true. It's true. Round 3 prompt, Bear party down. Cue a bear. Ian shares where the bear suit from last year's stream has gone to take who he wants. What has been made of the bear suit?
I have it over in my freaking closet right now. I did admit to my wife that it was probably not my best use of $175 because I just cannot find a time to wear it. I thought that maybe on dog walks, and it gets cold in Ohio here, I'm like, I'll throw it on sometimes. That damn head just bounces around the entire time you're trying to wear it. It's sitting lopsided on the head. I do have, if you look, I can move my camera.
Yeah, let me see.
This was a good use of $175. Is a Fighting Wiener Dogs hockey jersey. They had it like in South Dakota every year. They have a night where they do the Fighting Wiener Dogs. So that was a good use. The bear hoodie was not. So I literally said I need to like buy another chair for my office to put that bear hoodie on to get a use out of it, Pete. Because right now it's not looking great.
All right, well, you get to pick who you want. Devontae Smith, Zay Flowers, Igbuka, Olave.
I have to get a bear, right?
That was if you didn't get the prompt correct.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
We'll go with let's go Zay Flowers.
All right, let's get Zay Flowers here. We'll grab him. So that Wiener Dog jersey, did you order that online or did you go to the event and get it there?
I ordered it online. They do like a whole Wiener Dog race thing. It was also expensive. So at least I got that for the backup of my podcast video. So we got one use going for this.
There you go. Also, just circling back on some other suggestions from the chat for dirty names, Naylor and Booty. That's pretty good.
Oh, Scat was right there.
Scat is pretty good. Scat, skeet there. Willis responded that he'd draft Aubrey to my tweet, and he said he's gotten 70 replies firing people up about being willing to take Aubrey in round 6 there.
Bro, some of these leagues now, I mean, even the high stakes ones, a 41-yard field goal is worth more than a passing touchdown with the way they do it. It's dumb, but I guess it's part of the game we play. So
that's true. You always got to know the league settings. That's the most important thing. Round 4. I'm going to cue the next Buffalo Bill to take who he wants. Ian must cut an ad read for Buffalo Wild Wings as the official late night restaurant of Columbus. Avoid the next penalty if he threads in his standard order as part of the pitch. Wow, you can knock out 2 picks here. All right, tell us why BW, the place I used to work at for 2 weeks in college, is the place to go late night in Columbus.
You just finished a round of golf with your boys. It's 9:15, twilight, and you're hungry. But you also want to catch the end of your game. Where do you go? Nowhere, because everyone closes their kitchens before 9 p.m. You know who doesn't do it? Buffalo Wild Wings. And oh my gosh, if you come on Tuesday, we got buy one, get one deal that will absolutely blow your mind. Personally, I'm going medium and then also Caribbean jerk on the other side. But you know what? 20 different delicious flavors for some of the best chicken wings that money can buy. We're open late because we know that sports fans need to be out late. We got beer on tap. Boys will be buzzing, and you can go join the group. Go travel to your local B-dubs today.
Holy shit, he is such a pro. I want to send this ad read into double overtime. Ian Hartitz, man, now I am hungry for some wings. Yes, as Jake says, Buffalo Wild Wings originate in Columbus. Fun fact about the Buffalo Wild Wings I did work at for 2 weeks. It was the 300th store, and they opened it in the suburbs of Colorado. And the first 300 people who showed up got free Buffalo Wild Wings for a year. So, yes,
my dad used to be the manager at a bar. It's a staple on the campus, the outer end, and the original B-dubs was right across the street. And every other year, my dad just reminisces about, he's like, it was right there. I could have been an early investor. I could have figured it out and we'd be freaking loaded right now. So, oh my goodness.
Well, do you want to take the Buffalo Bill here? Josh Allen in round 4. There's also Waddle, Wilson, ETN.
That's perfect, right? Yeah. We got to take Josh Allen after that.
Little Josh Allen. Yeah. Where are you? Are you late round QB? Are you dabbling in some Josh Allen this year? How are you playing that?
Josh Allen, curious. Usually someone else gets him before me. Round 4, though, Josh Allen, especially in these streets, man, I'll take that all day. The problem in redraft is more like a 2-3 turn sort of deal. You got to kind of get behind. So not quite as much on that. I'll say one guy, though, and I saw him on the queue and I was looking at, I wrote a fade article a couple of weeks ago, Pete, where ETN has this borderline round 3 pick. I wasn't buying, but bro, early round 5 now. Okay, sign me up at that point.
He has gotten, ever since Kamara officially came back, he's just been sliding and sliding. I mean, he's back to the price we drafted him when he kind of broke out on the Jags. It was the secondary breakout there for him. So yeah, no, I'm with you. ETN, he goes 46 here. Seems like a great pick.
Javonte Williams too, man. Pete, for a dead zone running back, okay, I think of someone who maybe isn't particularly good at football and their offense probably isn't good, but you look at the projections, you say they have a lot of volume. Like, what am I missing? Am I really being a freaking slappy for taking Javonte? I feel like he could score 15 touchdowns and we'd be like, yeah, it makes sense.
Well, you're not a slappy meow because slappies don't take Javonte Williams meow. Yeah, he's not my favorite guy in the world, meow, but who's taking over for him, meow, right? It's not Jaden Blue. Maybe he gets a few extra catches, meow. What, Malik Davis? I mean, so yeah, it's probably Javonte Williams, meow. The prompt is season 3 throwback. Every sentence the two of you say from meow until your next pick must include the word meow or draft Duke Johnson here.
Listen, Meow, I've actually been surprised to realize that, Meow, there's been 3 Super Troopers. I even missed the second one out here, but Meow, you're telling me there's already a third. So pretty ridiculous, obviously a legendary situation. And Meow, we must just kind of realize in life that every single movie franchise has to make 10 of them, Meow, because kids don't want to learn new things. But speaking of Duke Johnson, Meow, still Pete, Meow, in the year 2026, the U's all-time leading rusher. Something's never changed, and Duke Johnson being a king, right, Meow, is the same as it used to be.
Has anyone, Meow, come even close to dethroning Duke with that record, Meow?
I don't think so, Meow. Now, you could also consider the fact that in today's day and age, no one ever will, because no one stays at the same school, Meow, more than a year or two.
Because I was going to say, Quinshon Judkins, Meow, top of the queue here. If we are interested, Bucky Irving, Meow, Henderson, Meow, who would you like?
Meow. I don't like any of these running backs. Meow, which is a good.
Are you a Parker Washington Meow guy? Christian Watson Meow?
Parker Washington Meow. Let's freaking go, Meow. Come on down.
All right. Talk to me about Parker Washington. I don't even call it a drum beat anymore. I call it a gong beat. What's good with Parker Washington?
I think we've gotten new information about the guy. The fact that, I shout out John Shipley, had him over on my YouTube channel, Fantasy Football with Ian Hartitz, if you guys want to check it out. But 12, 13 personnel, like he's confident Parker's going to lead the way in routes and snaps and targets overall, man. So yeah, the training camp highlights are cool and everything, but this was 19 plus fantasy points per game during the final 5 or 6 games. I also did a study, Pete, where I looked at, guys who averaged 8 or more fantasy points per game, the second half and the first half, and then like how their team was. Because for me, like Michael Wilson or Brian Thomas Jr. doing on this like dead in the water team wasn't the same as someone like Parker Washington. And I found out that was the case, man. Amon-Ra St. Brown, pretty much the only dude who broke out on a bad team and then just kept the good times rolling. So I think Parker doing it on a competitive playoff team means more. I think he's this generation's Miles Austin. I think he's going to catch a shit ton of passes this year.
All right. There you go. Next prompt, round 6. Ohio is the North Dakota of California's. Cue the next Bangler Brown. A long-running ship-chasing bit regularly asserts player X is the Y of Z's. Ian and Pete must do this for Ohio to the chat satisfaction to take who they want. What is Ohio here, Ian?
Ohio is the California of Iowas.
The Californias of Iowa. Okay. All right. So it's the Cadillac of the Midwest is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell me about Illinois and Chicago. You guys can't even keep your own football team there. I don't want to hear it. I guess the Browns left.
Okay. So Ohio is the PJ Washington of DJ Charks is what you're saying.
Holy pull.
Jared Price, Brian Thomas, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow. Do you want a running back? Yeah. You're gonna do the Price. Let's do it.
It would be funny to just not go with the running back the whole time.
I mean,
that was my Scott Fishbowl.
You did? You went 0 RB?
I went 20 straight wide receivers. I'll tell you what, I got the highest projection in the league.
Dude, you and I inverse. It's like I historically have been more of a 0 RB bro. You've been a running back guy. In this year's Scott Fishbowl, I ended up with a shit ton of running backs because they were just, no one was taking them in that format. And I was like, fine, I'll just take them all.
Yeah, bro. I mean, just the big loophole seemed to be 10 or I think it's 10 bonus points for every 20-yard catch. And then for running backs, it's the same thing, but like a 20-yard run just doesn't happen nearly as often. So we'll see what goes down. I admit I did it more so for the bit of being able to tweet out a team that had 20 wide receivers than necessarily thinking it was going to win. But, sometimes you got to do it for the bit, Pete. You know all about that.
That's right. How are things going over at RotoWire? Things going good?
Oh, life's great, man. Again, recording all the time. But you'll get some beat reporters on recently too, which has been helpful. I got to interview Matthew Collar today from the Vikings, and probably drafted a little too much Jordan Mason. He was, saying it probably going to be closer to 50-50 than expected, but had a lot of good things to say about Kyler and Justin Jefferson. I know some of the reports were coming out like maybe it wasn't quite, maybe it was a closer competition. And man, according to Matthew, he charted literally every single pass. And he equated to if they played 9 holes of golf, Kyler was even and McCarthy was, 5 over. So feeling better about all the Kyler Murray I spent drafting all summer.
I feel like that's a sheesh for me. This new prompt here put Rasheed Shaheed in the queue. This is a season 6 throwback from last year. Ian must end each sentence with sheesh until OTC to pick who he wants, because didn't Collier, wasn't he the guy that kind of pushed up the Jordan Mason ADP because he said he was going to be the lead back? Sheesh. And now is he saying it's more Aaron Jones as well?
And a major sheesh kind of on all of us. Matthew kind of let me know that he actually did not say that, but it was unfortunately clipped or aggregated by a certain someone to the point that everyone kind of ended up believing the wrong thing. So luckily got the full answer sheesh out of him this time around. Speaking of sheesh, though, the sheesh report will be back this year, everyone. So that is something I am looking forward to on Monday, getting all the beyond the box score sheesh stuff back out in front of things. So yeah, man, because that was my initial thing. I was so happy to talk to him, and I was like, yeah, Jordan Mason. And he's like, not so much Jordan Mason. Sheesh.
All right, sheesh. Let's make a pick here. Rico Dowdle, RJ Harvey, Quentin Johnson, Lemon, Reed.
So Rico.
Down. Let's get Rico. So that is music to my ears, because yesterday we did a ship chasing high stakes draft, FFPC, and Aaron Jones was just falling like a rock. We took him at like pick 145, and I'm like, we're taking Aaron Jones here. Jordan Mason went, I want to say, literally 4 rounds higher than Aaron Jones in that draft. And I was pretty stoked about that price on Jones.
I mean, they're both pretty cheap and like more redraft lands than not, but like, it shouldn't be that big of a gap between them, especially. So I hear you.
What did he have any other good nuggets? Obviously, people should check it out. How are you feeling about like Addison and Jawan Jennings?
Yeah, I mean, he was actually pretty high in Addison, just being able to make some big plays like he's been able to do before. And he said you could see the chemistry with Kyler and him having worked out, at the high school fields throughout the summer. Jawan and Hawkinson, he was saying how like he thinks it's the deepest kind of group of overall skill position players that they've had, at least since he's been covering the team. But, I actually respected this a lot about him. He was like, I don't think there's going to be enough volume for Jawan and Hawkinson to get there as well. Because as we know, Pete, you read some of these beat reporter stories and, everyone's going to have 90 targets and 800 yards out here. So very good players, good offensive situation. He's feeling like his hot take was there'll be a top 10 rushing offense though overall. So yeah, he does still believe in some good Mason. And if that offense as a whole with Kyler is better, man, look, Mason and the Vikings running backs, they had the same carries inside the 5-yard line as the Raiders last year. So if they can just go from bad to even like decent to good, Mason can still be like, I think post-hype, like a middle-class man's David Montgomery from what we've seen over the past few years.
All right, Ian, this is a season 2 throwback. Ian must tweet out AJ Brown will not be a top 36 wide receiver this season or draft Chris Herndon. You have a much bigger Twitter following now than you did in season 2. So you get to decide, would you rather draft Chris Herndon or have to tweet out AJ Brown will not be a top 36 wide receiver this season?
Give me Chris Herndon. I don't want to deal with this shit, man. Give me Chris Herndon.
Can you imagine? I mean, your mentions. I mean, you would immediately have to mute that one and move on. I can't believe Chris Herndon's still in the player pool too, man. That is crazy.
Wild. What a miss, man! It was. I'll give a shout out to Matthew Friedman here before he was even with Fantasy Life, because I remember I had this stat with Herndon and he averaged tight ends who averaged 9+ yards per target or something like that. And it was a list of 12 dudes. 11 of them were awesome. And then we had Chris Herndon. I told Friedman and he was like, Ian, everything he says is fair. And I see the list, but if I had to pick one guy from that list who's going to turn out to be a complete bust, it would probably be Chris Herndon. So unfortunately was the case, but we'll always have, that one sick one-handed catch as a rookie. We'll always have that.
We will. So you've gone 2 for 8 in your prompts. You did have to take Chris Godwin there. That was on Dwayne for not being able to spell CPAT there. We then grabbed the very dirty sounding Brock Bowers, came back with Zay Flowers, Josh Allen, shout out Buffalo Wild Wings, Parker Washington, Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, and now the first time that Chris Herndon has been drafted on Underdog all summer long, doing our best to boost his ADP at 8.6. So, Godwin, a little bit of a reach. Herndon, a little spicy, but who knows? I mean, if Darren Waller's back on another team, why couldn't Herndon pop up?
I've seen worse randomizer teams, Pete. I don't think that's a reach to say.
Do you think someone asked me in the past draft, is Waller on the menu or is he cooked? What would you say?
No, I think he's fine. I have him in that Arande Gadsden, Kenyon Sadiq, Dolchich, Ferguson tier where it's like they're not going to work out, but you can imagine what it'd be like if they did.
Not gonna work out.
It's not going to work out, but you can kind of talk yourself into it after a couple kind of big ways.
Okay, sweet. This is going to be another throwback here. Great day to be late. I put Russell Wilson in the queue, and you can't tell me who you want to take until there's 1 second on the clock. And then if I can click it in time, then we get him. Otherwise, we're going to praise the Lord with Russell Wilson here. The original prompt was Tim Tebow, but I don't think Tebow was in the player pool anymore, so I changed it to Russell Wilson.
Tebow. I actually own a Jets Tebow jersey. I should have put that on for this.
Ooh, man. How many jerseys do you own? Are you a big jersey guy?
Not really. I've been in my my lame ass 8-man home league fantasy football team with the college buddies. I want to say we're going on 15 years or something like that. And we did punishments, and the only freaking year I lost was year number 1. And the punishment was I had to wear a Tebow jersey every Tuesday of class for a quarter. And my school was so freaking nerdy that no one even asked me about it for 10 straight weeks. Not a, hey man, notice you're rocking that Tebow jersey 10 straight Tuesdays. What's going on with that? They're just like, oh yeah, that guy must like football. Cool.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read who's available, but you're not going to tell me until 1 second. Like Monangai, Purdy, Pitts, Worthy, Bo Nix, Gainwell, Bill, Jared Goff, Jacoby, Kyler, Kittle. Do you have a name in mind that you like?
Yes.
Okay, I think I might go with the I don't know. Do I go with the type here?
I would leave it. I would just say leave it where it's at.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Monangai. That was sharp by me.
I mean,
there you go.
So we got the influencer. Yeah. So the haters will say you cheated by putting top of the queue there for me, but you just wanted the best player at 103, which happened to be Kyle Monangai.
I ain't need a running back. Haters can hate.
That was I kind of cheated too, because my instinct was to what I generally do, like when I'm doing drafts with people and I do the queue, like, and they get a pick in at the last minute, I just remove the player from the queue, which my instinct did there. I don't know. We'll let the chat know if we really skirted the rules on that one.
Having to click then draft is tough in 1 second. So I think we did it the only way you could possibly do it.
What do you make of these Ben Johnson quotes where he's out here being like, I want to score more points than anyone has ever scored in the history of football?
I love it. Isn't that exactly what you want to hear from your offensive-minded play caller, dude?
Absolutely.
And that's what, dude, like the whole DJ Moore thing. It's going to be whatever side you're on, unless he just finishes like wide receiver 30, it's going to be so easy to bark at the other side because he's trended so far down. I hear he wasn't a good fit in the system. It's like, I don't know. I think a lot of Ben Johnson couldn't have. He had figured out a way to use this dude if it actually worked. And then the other side's like, oh yeah, Josh Allen's number 1 wide receiver is a wide receiver 3. Why didn't you draft him? You stupid idiot.
Yeah, I know. I drafted with Liam yesterday, and he made me draft DJ Moore. He got me sold on the thesis here. So
Liam's on DJ Moore? No way.
That's right. Yep. Okay, here I know it's shocking. All right, get ready to learn Chark. Cue the next Jaguar line. Ian must name every NFL team DJ Chark was signed to in order to take who he wants here. Can you name in order DJ Chark's progression through the league? I have the answer up here.
Obviously got drafted with the Jaguars.
Yep.
I know I'm not answering right now. I know he's on the Lions and Panthers as well. I feel like there was one in between that was also a cat. Maybe not. Was it Lions number 2?
Yep, you got it.
And then Panthers.
Yep.
And I think that's when the cat streak ended because we had the LSU Tigers. I don't think there was a 4th one. The Eagles?
No. I remember this 4th team. I don't even remember the 5th team.
Who was the 4th team?
he was on the Chargers for a cup of coffee. And then he was on another, not the Eagles, but another bird team as the 5th team.
Who? Oh, what, the Falcons?
Yes.
Seahawks?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to give you Chris Rodriguez, though, another Jacksonville Jaguar there, which honestly isn't the worst pick for you. Where do you fall in the great Bayshell Tootin, Chris Rodriguez wars?
Real quick, it was funny with Chark. We did that 1 year of Fantasy Life. We had our league and we had a guillotine and you had to do a punishment if you lost. And mine was I had to put meow into every single tweet for like a day and I couldn't say anything about it. And I got one tweet to still go for like 1,000+ likes. And it was just like, yeah, DJ Chark, every single team he's played for has been like a cat meow. So like it actually kind of played into it. So I was able to help out the old engagements for one day, even playing along with that silly punishment. But you say C-Rod Tootin?
Yeah, C-Rod Tootin. You like the C-Rod value relative to Tootin's price?
It's fine. I'm not going on my way for either at this point. I wanted to believe more in Tootin, but just more and more, man. It feels like Bucky, Jadarian between the 20s. Who has the better chance of having the higher upside breakthrough? I think it's Tootin, but I just thought the foot thing was going to be a bigger issue potentially for C-Rod. The fact he's already out there taking the short yardage work, I'm thinking it's going to be that annoying 40-40-20, man. There's not that many of those in the league, but, I heard Evan Silva say it maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. It's like there's only so many workhorse running backs these days. We can live with 2-back committees, but when there's 3 guys out there, that's when it's a lot tougher.
All right, round 11, Be Robbed. This prompt comes to us via Justin_Redwords here. Cue Trey Sermon, which I did. To take who he wants, Ian must tell the chat how the OSU legend will take Brian Robinson's job here. Trey Sermon over Brian Robinson. Let's hear it.
What a stretch from Trey Sermon when he went for 300+ to win the Big Ten title against Northwestern and then comes back and helps lead Ohio State in their first ever victory over Clemson. What the hell has Brian Robinson ever done that's cool? Brian Robinson, who couldn't freaking last in one of the worst RB rooms in the league in Washington last year. Then goes to San Fran with the running back whisperer himself, Kyle Shanahan. Guess who lasted longer with Kyle Shanahan than Brian freaking Robinson? Trey Sermon did, all right? And yeah, did he take CMC's job? No, but neither did B-Rob. We are talking about someone who fits Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees's system to an absolute T. And the idea that Brian Robinson, just because he got, maybe $1 million or $2 million more than Trey Sermon on the open market, let the best man win. It's a meritocracy in this league through and through. And the best man for this job is Trey freaking Sermon.
Wow. I mean, that's right up there with the Buffalo Wild Wings as a very convincing case. I don't even think I can draft Brian Robinson anymore after hearing that. So Trey
Isn't it
Sermon,
funny though, Pete, where I can just say in that and I'm like, he's such a better system fit. And it's like, who the fuck knows if he's a better system fit? But if you say it convincingly, people believe you,
So much. So many such cases of being confident, doing a lot of work for you. Shuck, likely, Jalen Coker, Debo Samuel, Shakir with Allen, Shaheed. Who do you like?
Let's go Coker.
Let's get some Coke heads going here.
Hell yeah.
What's your take on all? We mentioned Darren Waller. I feel like the Panthers, we now get the shakeup. Chuba has the hammy now. Everybody likes Tedoroya. Everybody likes Coker, but is also terrified of Bryce Young. Where are you at with the Panthers?
Yeah, dude, it's just, we talk about Bears quarterbacks not hitting 4,000. Bryce barely gets to 3,000, dude. So hasn't been the best offense, but I don't know that it still exactly looks all that good. Like, we're bringing Waller in, which helps. It's better than Sanders, but just not. I think it's going to be Tedero McMillan as like a borderline wide receiver too. If Brooks can take over the backfield, by all means, but I'm just, again, finding better options to collect than pretty much anyone from this Panthers offense right now.
Yes. All right. We now have a prompt. This is a Twitter search. I'm going to search Twitter, find a blurb saying a player is in the best shape of my life. I also am not logged in over on this one here. So let me get logged in.
Oh, no.
And I will, because I've been switching up my browsers. So I'm in Firefox right now for this. So let me, well, also all of the overlay tools are now, primarily over in Firefox. So I'm going to do that here.
You even asking Jeeves anything?
Yes, Jeeves. Yeah, exactly. Let me get in my now I have to do two-factor authentication because I've not been in here. This is going to be a sweat, guys. Can we get in time here? Who did I have to put in the queue? Oh, David Bell. Oh my God. No, we're good.
Produce finest.
All right, here we go.
I cannot find this.
Okay, let's see. Yeah.
I feel like Jordan Mason had a quote somewhat recently.
Best shape of life. Let's see here. Okay, this is Alex this is from like 2023 here. Oh my God.
This is
how about this one, dude? This is from 2022. Green Bay wide receiver coach Amari Rogers in the best shape of his life. If we find it, that we found one. Here's one from Levitan from 2024. Best Najee Harris in the best shape of his life. I think we did it with Amari Rogers. Who do you want to take here? Goddard, Malik Willis, Tyrone Tracy, Darnold.
Tracy.
All right, let's get Tyrone Tracy here.
By the way, I like how Levitan's tweet was like, "This is all ridiculous," and then he's like, "But Najee Harris this year, man. I think based on this."
Isn't that true, dude? Like I do it too. Like I think everybody does it to an extent where you're just like, yeah, man, like there's a lot of fluff, there's a lot of noise in these training camp reports, but then it's like, but did you see Jacoby Lane make that catch? I mean, come on, right? I mean, come on.
Did you see AJ Brown cross up Sauce Gardner? The Jacoby Lane stuff is crazy too, because like this is what he does. He had a sick reel of one-handed catches at USC, and every single highlight is just another fun contested catch. So I will say with the Jacoby thing, and I'll talk to Dwayne again about this soon. We're getting some real-time sports drafts getting fired up, but like I don't want to just say like, oh, I need to draft Jacoby Lane over this guy because of draft capital. Like I don't want to do that with draft capital. But when it's the same team, when like I like Chris Bell, but when the Dolphins draft Caleb Douglas over Chris Bell, just like the Ravens actively drafting Jacoby over Surratt, like I feel like that matters.
Yeah, it does. But the Browns counterpoint also drafted Dylan Gabriel over Shadur Sanders, and look how that's playing out, brother.
So weird, man. So weird. What were they thinking?
Yeah. Also, Ela did really ruin Twitter search. It's completely unusable for things like that.
Yeah.
All right. Clean living. Cue the next player from a California team. Ian must retrieve a fruit or vegetable before the next pick to take who he wants.
All right. I'm not doing my green powder this time, but I do like it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you had to consider even the green powder tells me there are not a lot of fruits and vegetables in your house right now. Let's see. Cue the next player from a California team. Houston, Indy, Tampa. Let's keep scrolling here. Jacksonville, Arizona. This is, I mean, what are my California teams? We'll go San Fran. So the next one be Kalen Black. The Raiders are in Vegas now. We could do Chargers. Oh, he doesn't like Gadsden. We'll put him in there.
What do you need that broccoli for? I got broccoli because I'm married now.
Wow. I was going to say, like, the amount of vegetables that you have to have gone up tenfold since you got married.
Do I have to eat it? I hope not. I'll take a bite.
No. Yeah, I mean, you should probably take a bite. It's just good for you. Like, I'm not going to tell you not to eat your vegetables.
This is gross, man. I don't know how to eat this.
All right. Your punishment, had you not been able to procure vegetables, would have been Aronde Gadsden. Instead, you could take Daniel Jones as your second QB, Omar Cooper, Hunter Henry, Jalen McMillan. Anyone you like here?
I still need a second QB.
Yeah.
That's not good. Yeah, I'll take Jones.
You want some dimes here? All right, dimes, come on down.
Colts are going to suck, right? Can we all agree on that?
Are they? Are you worried that Daniel Jones isn't going to be full health?
Yeah, he tore his right Achilles in December.
Well, Alec Pierce is certainly not going to be full health. I definitely agree with you that they're a fragile team. Like if Jones is not full health, it could get off the rails quickly. But the team's telling us he's fine, right? Like we haven't seen any bearish reports on Jones's health.
Yeah, but we heard Kirk Cousins was fine. Then week 1 came around. It's like, oh yeah, he can't line up under center yet. So I know Jones is younger, man, but your field stretcher has an ankle and now heel surgery. Like I'm just thinking 90% Jones. And I don't know, Pete, maybe Jones looks a little more like the guy we saw for 6 years than 10 weeks. Just saying, it's a possibility, you know?
That's right. Oh man, I'm just realizing this prompt here. I need to, I had downloaded this one yet, but I'm going to get this very quickly from my Google Drive here. This one came in late this morning, but we have a few seconds here. So the prompt is going to be Charter Chark 3, a retirement story. Put the next Atlanta wide receiver in the queue. Ian must correctly identify if an image is of, actually, this is what we're going to do. This will be quicker if I can do this. No, now it's going to try to make me sign in over here. Hang on. We're going to work. We're going to cook, folks. Let's see. Who's the next Atlanta wide receiver? Probably Branch here to put in. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Zachariah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Tell me if you can see this on screen for me. Can you see that?
In my teeth. This is horrible. No, I see the freaking prompt.
Thank you. Then now here we go. Okay, Chard or Chark?
Chark.
DJ Chark? That's correct. Yes. Okay. Next one. Is this DJ Chark or Chard?
That's a Chard.
Correct. It's a Chard.
Yes.
Next one. Chard or Chark?
Chark.
DJ?
Yeah.
Okay. That is correct. That's DJ Chark there. Fourth one. Is this Chark or Chard? Let me get it on here. Here we go.
I don't think you would go back and forth. Chark again.
Wow, you're right. A baby announcement there. Let's see here. Wait. No, I might have messed. No, I just spoiled the last one. This was Chard, and then the last one. I went out of order. You get to take who you want. Who do you want? Trey Tucker, Jawad Jennings?
Yeah, Tucker, come on down. Sure.
Wow. I messed those up at the very last second there. Let me show that last one again. This was the final Chark or Chard. Here it is from. Did you know that they're having a baby? There you go. Breaking news.
I did not. Congrats to the beautiful Chark family, man. Great day to be great.
Yes. There we go. Beautiful.
I must have forgotten I was such a huge DJ Chark guy back in the day. I didn't realize I had so much Chark stuff going on.
Lou's mad that I'm throwing him under the bus saying it was late. I had pulled all the ones that were in there this morning while you were sleeping, and I didn't get the updated one when it came in, but we pulled it off. Chark or Chard. Relax. I love my production crew here. All right. Chark or Chard. Let's spin again here because we are cooking in this draft. We are about to head to round 15. Season 6 throwback serial offender. Without looking, Ian must name at least 3 ingredients one might find in granola to take who he wants. Have you learned granola ingredients since then? Get 2+ correct draft whoever. Otherwise, draft a player who has a reputation for suspension risk.
I like how granola? that's my like inclusion in the intro, just not knowing anything about granola. Even though my wife makes me these granola yogurt bowls and they are delicious. I still have no idea what's in them. She puts can you have chia seeds in granola?
No? No, for sure. You can have chia seeds in granola.
Chia seeds. What else does she put in those things? Pomegranate seeds sometimes. Pomegranates. That's a thing.
Sure.
They're great. And what else? Cinnamon? I don't know.
Yes, cinnamon. Here, I'm gonna pull up a thing here of some standard. You got, your rolled oats, you got sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, almonds, maple syrup, cinnamon, shredded unsweetened coconut, chopped walnuts, vanilla extract, coconut oil, deep fruit optional. I'm impressed, Ian. You being domesticated, you have really grown. You are now an adult. It's incredible.
It sucks, doesn't it? I still got the 3 dogs. No little ones running around yet. That's when we'll have to really pick our game up. But I don't know.
All right, 2552. You're pretty balanced here. You want to look at wide receivers. You like Tesla, Wicks, Malik Washington, Zachariah Branch, Tank Dell. You could do Mendoza with Brock Bowers if you want a third quarterback.
Yeah, sure. Let's go Mendoza. I saw a note saying Mendoza could be still live to maybe win the job by week 1.
I mean, you mentioned the thing with Cousins. I mean, it's just like he's got to be fully cooked, man. Like, there's just no way this is going to work.
I just don't see it going longer than 5 weeks because they're in New England week 5. And so, like, they're going to get blown out there, and then TB12 is just going to make the call. Like, I can't do this, guys. Give me Mendoza.
Because what was it? It was May lasted – was it week 5 or 6 when Brissett
something like that.
And Brissett was way better and younger at the time than Kirk Cousins is now.
I really don't buy into the putting him out there is just gonna hinder his performance. Or we had the Justin Fields thing a couple years ago. It's like, well, you can't play him against that team because they have a good defensive end. You can't play him against that team because they have another good defensive end. Like, I just think they learn more from going out there, man, and figuring it out. But I'm also not a doctor or football coach. So,
all right, this is in honor of your 7th appearance on the show, Randomizer Night Live. I'm going to put the next 7 tight ends in the queue. And for every celebrity you can name who has hosted SNL 7+ times, you can remove one. I found 7 celebrities who have hosted the show. And for everyone you can name, I will remove the worst tight end in the queue here. So you want to take stabs at the 7 timers club?
Did Norm Macdonald get there?
Norm Macdonald did not get there.
Oh, bad start.
I will say all of these names are household names except maybe one of them.
Will Ferrell.
Let's see. Will Ferrell did not get there. You got to go a little bit more deep in the bag here.
Jimmy Fallon. You just said their household names. Jimmy Fallon?
No, I mean, you got to go back. You got to go back a couple decades. Older SNL.
Oh man. I guess I'm missing out on my SNL. Burt Reynolds.
He
was just in the sketch. It wasn't even him.
No, I'm gonna put.
I'm taking the L on this one.
Let's see. Well, a couple of them you're going to beat yourself up on.
I'm sure I will.
Who's like, okay, yeah. All right. 6 seconds here. Name an iconic SNL cast member even from way back when.
I thought I named a couple of them. Fuck.
Okay, here you go. You did timeouts, which means you got Evan Ingram. This is a fail on this one. So Alec Baldwin, 17 appearances.
Okay.
Steve
17.
Martin, 16 appearances. John Goodman, 13 appearances. The one I said wasn't a household name, Buck Henry, 10 appearances. Not to be confused with Bucky Irving or Derrick Henry. Tom Hanks, 10 appearances. Got it. Tom Hanks, a go-to. Chevy Chase, an SNL legend, 8 appearances. And then Christopher Walken, 7 appearances there.
Damn.
So
disappointing performance by me.
It's all right. It was, to honor you for your 7th appearance. It will be likely impossible for anyone to ever catch you in that regard. So I hope you feel.
Have you seen Norm's though when he came back for the first time after he got fired?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, that shit was so funny. They fired me, and now I'm hosting the show.
Yeah, then Shane Gillis got to do the same thing of getting fired and coming back.
So funny.
Yeah, there's been some infamous ones over there. I guess maybe not as popular. Jenny Slate was a new cast member there, and she accidentally said the F-bomb during one of her sketches and then immediately gave her the boot. It's like, come on. Relax. Relax.
Man.
All right, 2 more rounds here with Ian Hartitz, the 7th randomizer draft for him. A certain shade of green. Cue the next jet. Ian must retrieve 3 green objects of different shades to show us he knows what green is to take who he wants. Can you get us 3 different shades of green here?
Surprisingly easy. First of all, I got a nice little fantasy life draft guide right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Jeremiah Love. Sounds good. I got this old soldier from Grandpa Hartitz, this little guy, hanging out. And conveniently, I got the broccoli that I just had to go get earlier. So boom, boom, boom.
Wow. Look at those.
Why is my hat green? Oh, no, that's just my screen. Never mind.
You thought everything's going green for you now. There you go. All right. That was a layup there. You nailed that. Let's see. Who do you want? You have 3-5, 5-3. You probably want a wide receiver. Do you like Calvin Ridley? You like Kayshon Boutte, Ted Hurst, Antonio Williams?
Let's go Boutte.
Let's get it. The dirty Boutte. What do you buy that one? Best training camp of all time, according to New England beat reporters?
I mean, he was pretty freaking sick last year, man. Derek Stingley checks his closet for Kayshon Boutte every night. So Chiefs, the Colts. I mean, that's the thing. Look, the fact that the Colts gave away A.D. Mitchell for nothing last year, and now we're talking about 34-year-old Keenan Allen saving the day. Someone needs to go trade for Boutte, man. That's the dude who could actually come in and give you a little bit of downfield presence.
I'm glad this one came up for the last prompt. Actually, we might have to do back-to-back because one of the other multimedia prompts didn't come up, and we got to make sure we hit this. But this one is, Ian, This is called Win or Lose. Ian states who won the game from images of Ohio State versus Michigan. And if you get 2+ right, you get to take whoever. Otherwise, you have to draft a player who went to Michigan here. So let me pull up some of these games. This is the first one here. Do you recognize this? Let me get this off the screen. Do you recognize this shot here?
Yeah, game winner, baby. 2016 classic. Go Buckeyes.
All right, Curtis Samuel, 15-yard rushing TD to secure the victory in OT. Let's do
right after JT Barrett barely freaking got the first down. Harbaugh was furious. That was a Michigan win. Hassan Haskins had freaking 5 touchdowns. They snapped like a 10-year freaking losing streak.
Wow. Aiden Hutchinson with 3 sacks in that game as well. All right, final pick here. You already got 2. Can you go 3 for 3
Helps when
here?
you know all the plays. JJ never lost against us, and I got the worst quarterback ever, just undefeated against Ohio State. Freaking dude. JJ McCarthy, they won.
Yeah, Harbaugh suspended for this game, led by, of course, JJ McCarthy, Colston Loveland, and Blake Corum there. Different trajectories for those guys in their careers here.
Dude, Kyle McCord was driving them down too. Got pressured. Tried to throw it to Marv, picked off. That Ohio State 2023 team was ridiculous. In a bad way.
It really was. Well, you clearly know your Ohio State trivia there, so grats to you. Who do you want for this final pick? And then I am going to have you play a game of Lily or Lily just for fun because it didn't come up on
Lily
the
or Lily.
Yes.
Sounds good. We'll go with who else a wide receiver? I really need.
Yeah, we're in like Ted Hurst, Antonio Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Keenan Allen, Caleb Douglas, Darnell Mooney.
I'll go Keenan.
You know, it's funny I'm glad you did do Keenan there because you mentioned Booty. Like the Colts trading for Booty to cover for Alec Pierce would make so much more sense than signing Keenan Allen to cover for Alec Pierce.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Keenan, if anything, I think he'd fit nice in Kansas City. They don't throw the ball that well downfield anyway, and like they just kind of need someone who can run a real route that's not just, a slant or a screen like Rashee Rice. So Keenan would be nice there. I also do like the idea, though, of Kansas City turning New England like their farm system. They brought in Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah.
Now they could bring in Kayshon Boutte. So I would enjoy that bit.
Yeah, when they just send them Kyle Williams, Jalen Polk, all of them.
Yeah, right.
Wide
just keep it
receivers.
going.
Yeah. Dude, I remember there were points where I think I drafted Tyquan Thornton in like round 10 or 11 one of those years. And well, never wrong, just early. All right. This technically doesn't have a prompt because we just wrapped up, but I would be remiss if we didn't get to play Lily or Lily here. To take whoever you want, Ian must state if pictures are of flowers or of a dog, an ode to Lily. Get 2+ right. So this first one, is this Lily the flower or Lily the dog?
I'm going to go Lily the flower.
No, it's a dog. It's a dog.
So it's not actually my black wiener dog, Lily.
No,
okay.
Yeah, it's itty dogs. Itty dogs. Okay, is this Lily a flower or Lily a dog? I'm
going to go Lily a dog.
Oh, a flower. No, that is a lily here. Okay, right here. Look closely. I'm going to zoom in for you.
That's fur. It's a dog.
Oh, he got you good. He got you good. Look at that, dude.
Flower I've ever seen.
Look at that. That was a nice pull there.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good job, production team.
Lily,
a dog. You can't go 3 straight flowers on me.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's actually Lily. Look at that tongue.
Look at the tongue. Yeah.
Dude, she is so obsessed with tennis balls. She was like, she was just laying next to a tennis ball, but she made me go underneath the couch and get the tennis ball she apparently wanted. I don't get it, man. Doesn't care about any other toys. We have about 30 tennis balls just around the living room.
Last one, flower or dog?
Flower.
No, Lily the dog.
So
He
sorry,
got
Lily.
you with a little bit of grass.
Oh, that's puppy Lily.
Puppy Lily.
I
How
finally
old
got
is
her
Lily?
weight down, dude. She's 6 now. I think I got her in COVID. But I figured out, bro, she'd sneak into the pantry when we would just like go to the gym at night, and she would work. Finally, like she dragged out the bag of dog food and it was just sitting in the middle of the kitchen. So I was like, oh, that's what you've been doing. You've been eating the bag of dog food when I leave every night. But finally took her to the vet. We got her to 25 pounds and they were like, you know what? We don't need to lose any more weight. I see some hips. Lily's in fighting shape, man. We're feeling good.
I love it. Shout out to Lily here. Let me find this team to recap. We'll get your final thoughts here. Here's what we did. Josh Allen, Daniel Jones, Fernando Mendoza, Jadarian Price, Rico Dowdle, Kyle Monungai, Chris Rodriguez, Tyrone Tracy. Honestly, not a bad 0 RB room there for you. Chris Godwin and Round 1, Zay Flowers, Parker Washington, Jalen Coker, Trey Tucker, Kayshawn Booty, and Keenan Allen. And then really all of your misclick. Like if you were going to mess up on prompts, the way to do it would be on a team where you have Brock Bowers and 2 of the punishments are tight ends, Chris Herndon and Evan Ingram. I mean, you played this one optimally.
Evan Ingram has a big week 13. Look the hell out, bro.
Look the hell out. Hartitz Randomizer in the books. Annual tradition. Ian, appreciate you always being game, eating broccoli, running around, doing tricks for us. Let the people know what they can check out over at RotoWire and your new YouTube channel.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Check it out. Fantasy Football with Ian Hartitz. We got on a pod as well. Getting back in the draft streets with Mr. Dwayne soon. So I'm sure we'll be kind of collabing those across Fantasy Life. So can't find them there. But yeah, guys, just again, talking a lot of ball, one video per day, pretty much. Plenty of written stuff going on over at rotowire.com as well. So honor and a privilege hanging out as always, my friend.
Always a blast, Ian. Keep crushing it. As far as for me, the only other show I'm going to have After Dark tomorrow night with Easy. You guys know him from the Deposit Kingdom, and we'll have a fun conversation tomorrow night. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern for YouTube members. Otherwise, I'll be back on Monday for Best Ball Breakfast. We'll have a special guest. No Sam Sherman, but we're going to have Mike Leone subbing in for him. That's always a good time. If I don't see you guys tomorrow for After Dark, have a great weekend. And I also should mention, we have our guest for the randomizer next week booked. 2 things. Randomizer next week is going to be on Wednesday because I'm traveling. I'm headed to Vegas for a Fantasy Life event, the Draft Nation thing. Wednesday is going to be like a mega show. We're going to do Best Ball Breakfast, Best Ball Bash, and Randomizer. So we'll do a big long stream on Wednesday before I travel. But yes, appreciate all of you guys. Thanks to the production team, Matthew, Lou. Thank you to Ian. Thank you to our Bash guests, Alex, Marilyn, and Rambus. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.